Mississippi State at 2:30. Then Austin Peay at Vanderbilt at 6:30. Plus, we have University Arkansas Pine Bluff at McNeese at 7:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Presented by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Every month, thousands of people are switching to Buick's innovative technology, design, and luxury. How are they arriving at this decision? In Lexuses, Acuras, Hondas, Infinitis, Toyotas, Nissan. If you don't know our luxurious new lineup, you don't know Buick. Now during the Buick Labor Day sale, get $500 Labor Day bonus cash plus 2 years of scheduled maintenance when you lease any 2013 Buick.
From Houston, Texas, at BBVA Compass Stadium, this is Tiger Football.
Live from downtown Houston, Texas, it's the Bayou City. It's live from the new BBVA Campus Stadium, the 29th annual Labor Day Classic. It's a SWAC matchup between the Panthers of Prairie View A&M and the Fighting Tigers of Texas Southern University. Hello and welcome inside the broadcast booth alongside former Tiger and SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, SWAC Player of the Year, DeJuan Fulgham. I'm Nick Strong. Glad to have you along. A lot to talk about today, DeJuan. It's the season opener for these two teams, and it means a lot to these two teams on the football field.
Yes, it do. Huge rivalry. Big implications on the SWAC standings this year. Also bragging rights for the state of Texas and the city of Houston.
Well, let's get right into those players. Fred Plummer from Texas Southern, a standout wide receiver.
Electric player. Alone last year, he had 5 catches for 142 yards against Prairie View. If the Tigers want to win this game, we'll need a big performance out of him again.
On the other side of the football, a guy that played your position, Mr. Jamal Howard.
Yes, undoubtedly the leader on that defense. With over 100 tackles, 12 and a half TFLs, preseason All-SWAC, they'll need big play for him if the Prairie View Panthers want to win this game.
Well, let's get right into the keys to victory from head coach Daryl Asbury.
I think the keys to being successful this week will be making sure that we do not turn the football over, keep our defense off the field, eliminate the penalties for when we have a successful drive. We don't hurt ourselves and have to replay the down or lose yardage. Also, making sure that we score in the red zone because every point counts. So we've been stressing a lot that we need to make sure that we score every time we're in plus 35.
Okay. And defensively, what are the keys to this game?
Number one, we need to be able to stop the run. If we can stop the run, that'll keep them in long yardage situation, and making sure that we do not give up the big plays. And again, penalties. Making sure that we don't create a 15 or a 10-yard penalty when we stop them on third down and give them an extra possession.
Victory from head coach Daryl Asbury. DeJuan, do you agree?
Agree 100%.
Yeah.
They got to eliminate the penalties. The team with the least amount of penalties tend to win the games.
Well, as we see the SWAC standings coming up on your screen real soon, let's take a look at the SWAC West from last year. As we see, Arkansas Pine Bluff led the pack, SWAC championship, SWAC champions, all of that. And the Prairie View A&M Panthers finished right behind. But the Fighting Tigers of TSU, 2-7 in conference play last year. DeJuan, how do they rebound this year?
They need to play with a chip on their shoulder. Prove they have something to do this season. Nick?
Well, let's get right into it. The new Labor Day Classic in the new stadium, BBVA from downtown Houston, Texas. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger Football live on the TSU Sports Network.
When we send an IBW electrician to your job site, I expect my electrical worker to be neat. I expect him to be professional. I expect him to be on time. I expect him to be productive. I expect him to do everything in his power or her power to ensure that employer is successful. Because what's going to get us more work is successful jobs.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Make the right moves. A rocket moving. You need to call the people who always do it right and work hard day and night to make the right moves. You need people who care, people who make the right moves. A rocket moving.
Welcome back to the 29th Annual Labor Day Classic, live from the new BBVA Campus Stadium. Nick Strong and DeJuan Fulgham upstairs in the broadcast booth. And DeJuan, as we see the kickoff about to take place here, it looks as though the Tigers will kick the ball off and the Prairie View A&M Panthers will break this stadium in this year on the first drive of the game.
Yes, they will. You can tell how excited the players are. Just look them bounce around the field, ready to play. It's been way too long since the last season.
DeJuan, you've been out there in 4 Labor Day Classic. Don't tell anybody how they turned out, but what does this game mean to a Texas University Fighting Tiger and maybe even a Prairie View A&M Panther?
You know, it means something different to each player, but as a whole, collectively, they all have one goal. So whatever the reasons they are specifically, mine was to, of course, to win and be competitive and be the best player I could be and do it as good as I can to help the team win.
Oh, wow. There is the kickoff, and if they luckily it's not returned, but if you look into the right end zone, DeJuan, they're still trying to get the Prairie View A&M Panther out the end zone. Wow. HBCU football here live from downtown Houston, Texas, the Bayou City. H-Town, DeJuan, H-Town, as we see the Panthers and Prairie View will take the field. 15 minutes each quarter. First play of the scrimmage, first play of the game of the season for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Under center for the Panthers, number 8, Jerry Locklove. And right to the outside. It looks as though a first down, a 12-yard gain.
Quick play just to get the ball in play and let something happen. When you start your quarterback off, you want to give him some easy handoff or a quick, easy pass to get him going. That's what they did right there, Nick.
That was number 1, DeAndre Cooper. And as we see, he goes right back to the top side of your screen. And about a 6-yard gain there. 2 catches in a row for DeAndre Cooper, the redshirt senior from Houston, Texas, out of Smiley High School, which is now North Forest.
Yes, he will be their go-to player this year, Nick. He had 34 catches for 532 yards last year, the leading receiver.
Locklove out the backfield. Jonte Hebert all the way from Baton Rouge. How does Southern let this guy go, DeJuan? I mean, you're right there in your backyard, and he's starting for the Panthers.
I'm not sure, Nick. When you have athletes like him, last year, he was preseason second-team All-SWAC this year, but he averaged 121 all-purpose yards per game. For those who don't know, is whenever you have the ball, whatever yards you get, whether it's running, rushing, returning, he was that guy.
Gabe Dunlap for a 9-yard catch. First down for the Panthers. Move those chains. Gabe Dunlap all the way from Allen, Texas, by way of Plano East High School. Great program up there in Plano.
Great playoff programs all in the Dallas area. You would think, look at their schools, that they have their college stadiums.
Locklove going deep. Oh, wow. Almost had a man. Jacoby Anderson couldn't reel it in as he was inside the 10 all alone. He was the most loneliest man in the BBVA Campus Stadium.
Hey, Nick, trust me. He will be thinking about this night. This catch right here will miss opportunity for the rest of the season, what he could have had.
Second down and 10 for the Panthers. Locklove hits Cooper. Excuse me,
another quick pass.
And about a 9-yard gain. Looks as though a first down for the Panthers. And DeJuan, the Panthers are moving the football here. In this first drive of the season as a head coach, what are you looking for out of the Panthers here?
Well, you want to get them in a rhythm, Nick. The most important part is get the offense in a rhythm and get them going. The hardest part in the beginning of the season is get an offense going. As you see, they take off on the ground on this play.
Looks as though Courtney Brown for a 4-yard gain the junior running back out of Lake Charles, another Louisiana guy in the backfield for these Panthers. They must love to recruit, Louisiana. Why not go up to Michigan or anything to get some guys?
Well, they say the South carries the best football players, but they're spread around the country nowadays, Nick, and they're pretty. And we got a catch.
Lovelock hits Gabe Dunlap, and inside the red zone, and DeJuan, the Tigers are getting pushed back on their heels a little bit.
Yes, the Prairie View Panthers, they're setting the tone, but in the air. Normally you see teams setting the tone on the ground, but they're taking initiative and taking what Texas Southern is giving them.
A 24-yard completion for the Panthers as Lovelock goes to the top side of your screen and maybe brought down for a loss inside the red zone. A loss of 3. Second down and goal here still for the Panthers.
Great play by Trey Walker, beating the block and make the tackle. He's one of the better players on defense this year. Last year he had 45 tackles with 2 interceptions. So look for more play out of him.
As we know, DeJuan, the Tigers have a new defensive coordinator, Mr. Veit, and he's inside the red zone here. What are you looking for from your defense inside the red zone?
You have to hold them to at least a field goal. Red zone defense.
Lovelock has a receiver and just shy of the end zone. Looks as though it's number 13, Greg Thurman, all the way from Balch Springs, Texas. Oh, wow.
Good job of denying them on the goal line. But right here, you want a goal line stop from your defense. Leaving this drive with a field goal is a win for the defense.
Third down and go. And this timeout here. We're just going to stop play. The Prairie View A&M Panthers driving all the way downfield on their first drive of the season. DeAndre Smiley into the game. Hands off into the end zone. Jonte Habed. And the Panthers strike first in the new BBVA Campus Stadium.
There goes the all-purpose player again.
And as we see, they're going to go with the swing and gate formation here. And they swung it to the bottom side of your screen. Olatunde Idowu couldn't get inside the end zone. Wow, what a drive. Prairie View A&M Panthers leads this one 6-0. We'll be right back. You're watching Fighting Tiger Football here on the TSU Sports Network.
The way you drive can help keep the air clean and save you money at the pump. Underinflated tires can cost you $85 a year. An untuned vehicle can cost you $120 a year. Speeding and jerky driving can cost you $70 a month. Visit DriveCleanAcrossTexas.org for easy tips on saving gas and keeping the air in Texas happy. Drive clean across Texas.
The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Work away, work away. We'll haul that lumber, lift that frame, sing a little song and do it all again. The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Work away, work away.
That drive only took 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 8 for 9 from the passing game for the Panthers, and a 73-yard drive there for Prairie View as they touched the scoreboard first, missed the extra point, or they went for the 2-point conversion rather, and they lead this thing, DeJuan Fulgham, 6-0.
Yes, now we got to see how the Texas Southern Tigers come back from this adversity.
Well, if your head coach Darrell Asbury right here, DeJuan, as we know he's an offensive-minded coach, what are you looking for on this drive coming up here?
Like Prairie View did, they set the tone. They set the tone in the air. So we'll see what Coach Asbury's strategy is as we take off on a kickoff return.
Looks
great
like
return.
Ramon Silas returns the kick, and a flag fly. A flag will fly. Not sure who it's going to go against. And it looks as though about a 44-yard kick return on that drive, on that kickoff by Ramon Silas. Ramon Silas, the senior from Sterling High School.
Block in the back. The block is from the side. First down.
And it's going to go against the Tigers, a block in the back. Actually, it's going to go against the Panthers, and they're going to wave it off, a block in the black. A block in the black. Excuse me, a block in the back.
There you go. But they have great field position, so we'll see if they could take advantage of this.
Homer Causey, the transfer from Shaw University out of Atlanta, Georgia. Homer Causey in his first play under scrimmage, he under center for the Tigers. And it's a complete pass to the bottom side of your screen. Looks as though number 85 on that, Larry Clark. Let's take a look at today's game day weather, DeJuan. It's a beautiful day out here in Houston, Texas. You know, it's about, let's say I've got about 90 degrees, 93 degrees, wind about 12 miles per hour, 49% humidity. And as we see Causey hands off one more time. Wow, what a move. Edward Perkins Loving gets the first down for the Tigers, and they're already inside the 25-yard line.
They're taking advantage of the great field position that they had. If you've seen the first play, the first drive they had, it was a quick pass. Like I said before, Prairie View, you want to get the team warmed up, the quarterback warmed up, and get them flowing.
A 14-yard rush there for EPL Edward Perkins Loving. All the way from San Antonio, Texas, out of the New Mexico Military Institute, a junior college located in Hobbs, New Mexico.
Yes, he finished the season with 124 carries for 553 yards, Nick.
Homer Causey lines up 4 wide. And he was may have been a busted play back there, DeJuan. It looks as though he was looking for the pitch option, but Perkins Loving went right as Homer Causey came left.
He was. There's a miscommunication between the quarterback and the running back.
About a loss of 7 there for the Tigers. Make it 2nd and 17 here. DeJuan, the Prairie View A&M Panthers have let the Tigers get within the 25-yard line. What are you looking for out of their defense here early on?
They have to set the standard and set the tone on defense as well. You've seen they was doing it on the offense. You got to make sure you get stops and get them fast, and you get their offense back on the field to score again.
Causey goes into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Dedrick Shipman, the senior from North Cross, Georgia. A 36-yard strike into the end zone. Tigers hit the ball.
Big play by the quarterback, and even bigger play by the receiver, catching the ball into the end zone for the touchdown.
Eric Medina for the extra point. It is up and it is good. 7-6 Tigers lead. DeJuan, that was a great drive there. What an answer there by head coach Darryl Asbury and his staff.
It was. Now you see it might be a shootout this game. They're scoring pretty fast. We got to see what Prairie View offense come back out and do to Texas Southern's defense.
Well, you got to love what you saw there from the Tigers and Texas Southern. We've been talking about it all year. And you got to love what you saw out there from both squads, scoring on their first drive of the year. How important is that for the confidence factor of both teams?
It's very important. You want to normally the defense usually dominate games at the beginning of the season because the offense don't get flowing as fast yet. And sometimes it takes offenses to click longer, normally around mid-season, to get their mid-season form on.
DeJuan, I know you're a defensive guy. Both defenses just got scored on in a certain sense, but you know it's a long game out there. The Labor Day Classic, the last 2 have been decided by 3 points or less, and they've had at least 35 points in each game. So defense not a big factor in the Labor Day Classic, but it's a big factor of the season, as we all know.
Yes, it's still early in the game, Nick. You see on the Texas Southern sideline, I'm sure coach is telling them, hey, calm down, we're okay. They score a touchdown, as well as Prairie View. It's the beginning of the season. They have plenty of time to catch up in this game.
That drive only took 5 plays for the Tigers, and they got into the end zone. Here we go, big kick into the end zone. Ow! And it just went out at the 1, DeJuan. It's going to be a flag on the play and about a 34-yard gain there, in a sense, for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. They'll take it from about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the football is a game of inches, and you see there, 1 yard away from being a touchback. Now it's a penalty.
Yeah. I didn't read up on my study book this year. What is that flag called, man? Legal procedure? Is that what it is, technically?
Something those guys with the stripes on the field say. They call them something like that.
Special teams. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores there on special teams. What are those guys feeling like? Did you get a chance to play special teams?
I did. I actually started as a true freshman as well as started all special teams.
Outsides against the kicking team, kick out of bounds against the kicking team. Ball will be placed 30 yards from the kick. Prairie View gets first down.
As we see, it's going to be an offsides penalty there for the Tigers as they see the Prairie View A&M Panthers will get some extra yards. But you were talking about special teams, DeJuan. You got a chance to play as a true freshman on special teams. You know, you get a chance to pretty much just run down the field and hit somebody, is what they say.
You do. Special teams is where every player starts off at to make a name for themselves and show guys that, you know, I'm here to play and help the team.
As we see Jerry Lovelock comes back on the field, the sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Wow. East Coast in the house.
You see these coaches, they recruit from everywhere. Another quick pass.
Complete up top to Gabe Dunlap. About a 5-yard gain there, almost to the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40. 2nd and 5 coming up here for PVA&MU. Tigers in their all black jerseys, black trousers. Prairie View in the Army fatigue gray. And going right back up to the top side of your screen. May have got the first down. I'm not sure. They may have to mark this one. May have to measure this one. Pass was complete right up to the top side there. And they're going to give them a first down.
You see Prairie View is trying to play a quick offense. They want to get on the ball, no huddle offense. What this does to the defense is get them tired, wear them out. When they're tired, it's easier to run and score points on them.
Following a couple storylines in this game. Let's let the complete play. As we see Lovelock going downfield and almost had a couple of men available. I was talking about the storylines, DeJuan, as we heard that Daryl Asbury and Coach Heisman Northern were teammates in high school at Southern Lab, more Baton Rouge products. And Daryl Asbury started over Heisman Northern. He was his backup quarterback, man. So, I mean, did you see that playing out of here early on in the game?
Well, I know I can see. You see, they went to rival schools, and one was a backup. So I'm sure they have the big implications of who want to win this game more and bad.
Patrick Gant on the complete pass, bottom side of your screen. About a 9-yard gain. Now they're going to give it a first down. About a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 coming up here inside of Tiger territory again. And you're right, DeJuan. They're going to keep going no huddle, and they're going to try to get the Tigers defense tired early on here.
Yeah, you see, they're subbing out on defense, trying to get fresh bodies out of there because of the no huddle.
Lovelock has a man out the backfield. First down, Panthers. Just shy of the 20. Number 81, Patrick Gant again with the catch, and he's doing a good job thus far. Patrick Gant, the redshirt sophomore out of Cypress, Texas, Cy Woods High School. And here's a handoff here, right up the middle. About a 3-yard gain there for the Panthers, inside the 30 now.
The Panthers have a lot of athletes on their team. Nick, they have 7 total preseason all-SWAC players on their team. It's pretty impressive. It says a lot about the coaches think of their team as well.
Make it 2nd and 6, a 4-yard gain there for the Panthers. Lovelock goes out the backfield, hits a man, does some dancing back there. Another first down, and inside the red zone go the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Pass complete, and Gabe Dunlap on the catch. And the Panthers are moving that ball, DeJuan. They started all the way at the 35. Here comes the handoff. Haybear. About a 7-yard gain there for the Panthers. 2nd down coming up here, and they're close to that end zone. DeJuan, I mean, I only had about a 28-24 ball game, but the way this one is shaping up, we may see 60 here from both teams.
Yeah, we might see it. It could be a shootout as another close call for the Tigers as the Prairie View almost get into the end zone.
Number 81, Patrick Gant, scores a first down. So 1st and goal now inside the 5-yard line. And the Panthers are threatening to take the lead again. And DeJuan, we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
You see this. It's exciting for the fans, high-scoring games. But as the ex-defender, I like to see, more defensive game. But for the fans, they love the scoring stuff.
Here we go. Lovelock trying to get into the end zone, and he's hit hard. Wow, number 33 there on the tackles, Jarius Moore, the sophomore from North Shore High School.
He played as a true freshman last year, Nick. And he's highly taught, spoke about from the TSU coaches. He's a young guy. They hope to groom him and to become a great player for TSU's defense.
Actually, that was DeAndre Smiley, the number 2 quarterback of the Prairie View A&M Panthers. You'll see they're going to go dual threats. And it looks as though a timeout here from the Tigers.
Timeout. Texas Southern. First charge.
Tigers didn't like that setup. And as we take a quick break here on the TSU Sports Network, Tigers lead 7-6 here from BBVA campus.
I guess I always thought Chris would go to college. But then he told me about this UA apprenticeship, the best training in education, learning a skill for a job that'll stay right here, the chance to earn a degree, a secure career with a future. I was impressed. But when he told me it wouldn't cost us a dime, that they'd pay him great money right from the start, I was sold.
Opportunity. It's waiting for you at UA.org.
I wasn't born to sit behind a desk. In fact, I wasn't born to sit at all. I was born to take action, to seize opportunities. I was born to use my strength and intelligence to protect my country, right where it matters most, America's doorstep. I was born ready.
Go CoastGuard.com/reserve.
Down Panthers. And the Prairie View A&M Panthers jump on the board 12-7 here. A 2-yard gain there into the end zone. And here comes the Panthers. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Unless they're going to do an old Doug Flutie drop kick.
When teams do that, they try to take advantage that the defense don't line up right and get 2 points out of that situation. But as you see, they went to get the extra point.
Chris Barrick on for the extra point. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 13-7, and the Panthers take this contest. They take the lead to 1 by 6. And as we see a replay, here's the rush going into the end zone. Just a big guy. You know, just DeAndre Smiley getting into the end zone like he knows how.
Yeah, Nick, it was 2 yards, and you wasn't going to stop that big guy from getting in the end zone.
So we're only about halfway into the contest to 1, or halfway into the first quarter. Prairie View A&M jumping out on top 13-7. What are some defensive things that you're noticing from the Tigers here? You know, the big storyline is the new defensive coordinator, Mr. Veit, all the way from Southern University.
Well, they're under a new defensive scheme. First year, a defensive coordinator. They only had camp to install this defense because of sanctions from a couple years ago. They did not have a spring practice.
That's right.
So they had a very short time to implement this defense. As you see now, it's starting to show as they're having a hard time stopping Prairie View's offense.
Nice crowd here at the new BBVA Campus Stadium in downtown Houston, Texas. Also known as the Bayou City. Back deep to receive, Edward Perkins Loving for the Tigers. And Trent Redmond. Actually, check that. They're going to put Davion Porter back there, the junior transfer running back, and the one he was actually hit by his own player right there.
Yeah, a little friendly fire there. Davion Porter is another athlete they expect big things from. He's a transfer guy from a JUCO, and he was a top-ranked running back coming out. It could have went probably anywhere in the country, but he chose Texas Southern.
Davion Porter for a 30-yard kick return there. And the Tigers will take it from their own 26-yard line. As we see Homer Causey runs the offense. 4 receiver set, trips up top. Davion Porter in the backfield. Fans on their feet here at the new BBVA downtown Houston, Texas. Causey puts it in the hands of Porter. And Porter gets a couple of yards on a rush. Second down and about 8 coming up here for TSU.
Now we get to see how Texas Southern responds with a full field to go. Will they come back, Nick, and be another shootout?
Hey, I don't know. I had about 28-24. I was looking at a defensive game here, but, man, these two offenses look good here. Causey under pressure into the backfield. Sacked. Number 15, James Paul Bryant. One of my former students from Yates High School.
Oh,
I actually
wow,
taught
really?
that guy, James Paul Bryant. His grandfather is the famous Bear Bryant, former Booker T. Washington head coach.
I'm sure it's amazing to see how these kids grow into young men, young adults.
A 14-yard loss for the Tigers there, 3rd and 20. Actually, his counterpart, his former teammate, is on the other side of the football, Darvion Trahan, Tigers defensive safety. Causey runs to the top side of his screen. And he's going to hit number 25, Trenton Richmond, for a gain. Not enough. 4th down coming up here for the Tigers. They're going to have to punt this one away. Not a great offensive drive there from the Tigers, DeJuan. Looks as though that sack really got them out of their game plan.
It really did hurt them, Nick. And as you see, the defense is starting to settle down on the Prairie View A&M side, and they're starting to get after the ball. First time us seeing this, the punting unit out there today, all the scoring we have.
Well, it looks as though the defense made some adjustments for the Panthers. Did you notice any out there?
I had to catch them again. It's hard to say. I like to think that they had settled down and they just got after the ball. Maybe those nervous the first drive, but after that, you see, is it made the stop.
Whoa, fumble! And the Tigers may pick this one up. No, it's loose. Yes, the Tigers have it. Wow, number 30 on the return on the pickup. Kendall Jensen in the vicinity of the ball, and the Tigers get it inside the 10.
Mistakes were hurting this game. Now we will see if Texas Southern will capitalize on this mistake and get into the end zone.
Patrick Gant couldn't handle the hot kick there. And it looks as though he tried to get it like a Willie Mays baseball catch, and that's not the way you want to catch a football on the kickoff, on the punt return.
Right.
Wow, but a big breakthrough for the Tigers here, DeJuan. They have a chance to at least tie this game here. Homer Causey. Here comes the handoff. Davion Porter up the middle. And he gets about a 4-yard gain there. 2nd and goal coming up here for Team TSU.
Prairie View has a pretty stout defense with 3 of their top returning tacklers coming back on the team. Jerome Howard, Chuck Obie, and Raheem Cardwell.
Edward Perkins-Loving coming into the contest. Tigers going to talk about it real briefly. No timeouts here. 15 left on a game clock. Excuse me, on a play clock. It's not basketball season just yet.
Right.
Causey under center. Trying to get the Tigers into their own end zone. Play action. Causey, top of your screen. Trying to get in, and he loses the football. Luckily, it goes out of bounds for head coach Darrell Asbury, but he gets a couple of yards in the process.
You want to hold on to that ball, Nick. It could have been a turnover just now. If that ball would win in the end zone before going out, it would have rolled the other way for Prairie View to have the ball.
And they've got a Tiger down here. Perkins-Loving on the near side of your screen, number 16. On the play action, he rode out to the near side.
Injury time.
Injury time out here on the TSU Sports Network. DeJuan, the Panthers lead this contest 13-7. Head coach Darrell Asbury trying to get into the end zone here. Homer Causey, his boy from Shaw University, is trying to get him inside the end zone here. What do you see coming up on 3rd and 2?
Well, it could be of course, a run play, but I expect a play action. You'll see the defense on their toes trying to stop the run, and a play action might get them right here, Nick.
And as we see the play about to kick back up, I want to let everybody know you can catch the rebroadcast of this game Tuesday at 12 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet Houston. 12 o'clock, be there or be square. Causey calling shots, 3 left on the play clock, 2-1. Will he get it off? Yes, he does. And actually, it's a direct snap. And did the Panthers stop him just shy? Yes, they did.
They try to squeeze a quick one in there, Nick. Now it will be a big call on Coach Asbury if he wants to go for it on 4th down or settle for a field goal.
DeJuan, this is where dreams are made of. Head coach Daryl Asbury is keeping his offense on the field.
Oh, they're bringing the kicking unit.
Yeah, he changed at the last second on me. Or is he just bringing in a jumbo package there?
Guess we'll find out. But coaches get paid the big bucks to make decisions like this. If they should go for it on 4th and short to get it or settle for a field goal. Which this is a good idea because it's still early in the game. You never know how the game is going to sway.
Eric Medina, kick is up. And the kick is good. About a 17-yard field goal there for the Tigers, and they cut the lead to 3. 13-10. Panthers lead the 29th annual Labor Day Classic. Great drive there by the Texas Southern University Tigers as they got the ball back off a fumble here by the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Tigers pick it back up, and they capitalize 3 points off the turnovers there early on here. Means a lot to the TSU Tigers.
It does. It wasn't what they wanted, but they will take those 3 points, Nick. Trust me. They'll take it.
As we see the ocean of soul. The TSU fans out here. Any word on how many on the attendance here on the sellout, or how many tickets were sold? About as we just get the official word here from Stephon Robinson, the marketing coordinator of Texas Southern Athletics. 15,000 tickets sold for this Labor Day Classic as of 9 o'clock this morning. I guess a new record in its first year at the BBVA Campus Stadium. Panthers are going to take it out their own end zone. Tigers miss a tackle. Panthers to the 50. Inside the 40-yard line, and Jonte Hebert. Wow.
Big-time play by one of the better players for Prairie View. Preseason second team all swag, the return specialist. You see he's exciting to watch out here, Nick.
About a 58-yard kickoff return for that guy, Jonte Hebert. From Baton Rouge. You got your Hay Bears and you got your Layla Jews, all the Cajuns, all them come all the way from Louisiana. Lafayette, Baton Rouge,
as you see, they bring their talents with them.
Le Perilou, Sidney Lejeune and the boys.
TSU comes back out with their new defense, the 4-2-5 scheme.
And a quick dump off out the backfield. Number 21, Courtney Brown. And a helmet comes off for the TSU Tigers. Inside the 30-yard line, another first down for the Panthers. Wow, they seem to be moving that ball.
You see that they're pretty confident. They got warmed up at the beginning, start driving the ball, and it's continuing. Stuff like this is contagious.
A 13-yard gain there for the Panthers from Prairie View A&M. Lone drive down Highway 290. Lovelock hits Dunlap out the backfield. Spin move inside the 20-yard line, and the Panthers are cooking and cracking with that football. About a 5-yard gain there for the Panthers. Second down coming up here. It's second and about 4.
The Tigers are having a hard time stopping Prairie View's offense. As you see on the field, many of the players have their hands on their hips. That's not a good sign for the Tigers' defense.
Lovelock has a man and has to overthrow number 88, Jacoby Anderson, the transfer from Clark Atlanta University. It looks as though he was going with an up and out and top side of your screen, but he didn't have it open. So he looked down low. Great defense there by the Tigers.
Great job by quarterback from Prairie View checking out this different option before getting rid of the ball.
Here comes the pressure. Lovelock
And in and out the hands of number 13, Greg Thurman. Couldn't hang on to it. As we see number 21 for the Tigers right there on the defense there. Demetrius Johnson. Uh-oh. Is that the Twilight Zone coming out here?
little Michael Myers things?
Oh, boy. Oh, so it wasn't the Twilight Zone. Okay. We're serious.
It's okay, Nick.
I was only born in 83, man. You might be a little older than you.
Ah, yeah.
Prairie View A&M Panthers on to attempt the field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is no good.
That's a win for the Texas Southern defense. Whenever you come off the field and the offense did not score, always a win in our book.
About a 37-yard attempt there. And the Panthers' own Chris Barrett couldn't reel it in. As we get into the upcoming schedule here for the Tigers, as we see, DeJuan, as we've seen their schedule, the next home game here, October 5th, against Alabama State, kickoff set for 6 o'clock, so we'll all make sure we're here.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be here too.
Okay, great. It's great to hear,
Nick. We'll be at BBVA Campus Stadium. BBVA Campus Stadium. The home of the TSU Tigers. Minute Maid right across the street, George R. Brown, the Toyota Center. We call it the Houston Stadium District here. Here's a quick complete pass. Up top. It looks like the Tigers will lose a yard. Number 2, Malik Cross on the catch, all the way from Fort Washington, Maryland. Another transfer from Shaw University.
Offense, number 74. After distance to the goal, first down.
And that's going to be a big penalty for the Tigers. They're going to have to go all the way back halfway to the goal line.
Those 10-yard penalties hurt, Nick.
Yeah. So the Tigers have to go 90 yards into the end zone here. Perkins Lovin in the backfield. And he'll take the snap. And he'll take some yardage with him. 3rd down.
When it's 2nd and long, 3rd and long, you tend to get draws and screens out of the offense because it's an easy way to pick up some cheat yards, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, depending on how savvy the defense is and calling out these plays and communicating to each other before the snap is called.
Malik Cross in the slot. Haven't heard much from Fred Plummer here. Causey would take it himself. The pitch out to Perkins Lovin on the outside. And he stopped it around the 15-yard line. About a 3-yard gain there for the Tigers. 3rd down and long coming up here.
Hey! Hello. Huh?
And it looks like the referees trying to get their mics together on the football field.
In the backfield, you'll see Edward Perkins Lovin and Davion Porter sharing the snaps back there. They expect big plays from these two guys.
Homer Causey drops back to pass. Causey, oh, what a move. Causey, ball is tipped in the air. Great defense there. Number 10, Amir Smith, all the way from Port Tobacco, Maryland.
Amir Smith, another good player for the Prairie View defense. He led the team last year with 3.5 sacks.
Looks like J.J. Swat out there.
Right. He's saying he could do a little more than sack a quarterback.
.33 seconds left in this first frame. Punt is up. And Gant fumbles again. Ball is loose, but he picks it back up, breaks 2 tackles, but couldn't get past the 3rd. Patrick Gant living in dangerous territory out there, DeJuan.
Yes, you're seeing Prairie View having a difficult time catching these punts in the air. So we'll see how that'll affect them in the rest of the game, Nick.
About a 66-yard punt there for the Tigers, as Patrick Gant gets them up to around the 34-yard line. Great game so far. 29th edition of the Labor Day Classic. Lovelock goes back to the top side of your screen. Pass is complete. DeAndre Cooper. And Cooper gets, they're going to give him a first down on that. Give him 10 yards.
Texas Southern's having a difficult time stopping the little swing route quick passes. If they don't stop it, Prairie View will continue going to it. You know, my dad used to tell me, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah. And that means a lot, especially in a game like this. "14 seconds left to go. Clock will stop on the first down."
As you see, Prairie View is ready to snap the ball, waiting on the refs. They want to keep the up-tempo pace going. Continue getting the Texas Southern defense tired.
Pass is complete back to DeAndre Cooper, top side of your screen. And here comes a swarm of maroon and gray. And they'll keep the clock going. And it looks as though the first quarter will come to a halt. 13-10. Tigers trail by 3. You're watching the 29th annual Labor Day Classic live from BBVA Campus Stadium on the TSU.
That's the sound of quality, American-made, solid wood quality. For over 32 years, Gallery Furniture has been built on a foundation of solid wood. It's furniture that looks beautiful and lasts a lifetime. A place to start family traditions. Quality you can pass on from generation to generation. Come see the solid wood, made in America collection at Gallery Furniture. Furniture made by hardworking people for hardworking people just like you. Delivered today.
I believe that the church is here to make a difference. And this would be a place where people would get God's Word taught to them in a very practical, relevant way. Because we believe church should be the most enjoyable place you go all week. It also ought to be the most challenging place you go all week. The most life-changing place you attend all week. And that's been our goal from day one, is that when you walk in the door, you'll feel an acceptance and an excitement, and then you'll get something that makes a difference in your life.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in our state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing plus $500 Labor Day bonus cash on any of these 2013 GMC models. The power of incredible thinking. That's professional grade.
Make sure you don't forget the local union 7-16. Great game here tonight. 13-10. Tigers trail by 3. Prairie View A&M Panthers going from right to left on the bottom side of your screen as the pass is incomplete here. As third down comes up. John Easton, welcome to the broadcast booth. Labor Day Classic, 29th annual. You're enjoying your stay here in BBVA Campus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you. Thanks for having me here.
Your first text on the football game, or?
It's a couple.
A couple.
My second or third.
First Labor Day Classic, or?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Usually I'm at the Labor Day picnic.
Yeah, nice.
So,
Well,
yes,
hey, I missed the barbecue early on, so
we'll come next year.
As we see Lovelock going across the middle as he hits Gabe Dunlap. Let's talk quickly about what you guys are doing. IBEW Local Union 716. Actually, tell the fans out there that are on TV world, what does IBEW stand for?
IBEW is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Okay. And Local Unit 716 is here in the Houston area.
Now, what makes you guys so great? I mean, what are you guys doing out here?
What makes us so great is that we care about people. We believe in providing a career path for our youth, doing everything we can to educate and get our youth jobs and something they can be able to take care of their families and be good citizens of our city.
As we see the punt goes into the end zone, it's going to be a touchback for the Tigers there. When you talk about IBEW, what actions have occurred on behalf of IBEW Local 716 that are helping to create a safer work environment for the construction workers in our area?
Yeah, well, OSHA is a good example. OSHA, just some safety standards for the job site, different things that we created over the 100 years of our existence, 40-hour work week, making sure breaks, making sure people get taken care of and the workers get safety training on the job site.
Okay, now when you talk about the construction industry, it's getting bigger as we see, and I'm just noticing a lot of things, and there's a construction worker that lives behind me, and he talks about some of the things that are going on the construction site, just a lot of people getting involved, a lot of projects that are coming up. What does it mean for guys looking to find work as an electrician?
That means great things. There's a lot of work, a lot of plentiful work, a lot of good things to be able to provide people an opportunity, like I said, to be able to provide for their family, good career paths, safe job sites. It's good for the city, good for the community, good for the people.
As we see Homer Causey, hands off. Whoa, what a move by Devon Porter to the 30, to the 40. A flag on the play. Not sure if it's going to go against the Tigers here.
It's
would have been
like
great there for the Maroon and Gray, Dewan.
Was a great run, tremendous run. I believe it was Fred Plummer may have got called a holding call.
As we get back to John Easton here of IBEW Local Union
Offense,
716.
number 1. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
They're going to have to go back on the penalty there. But
Still
you got
first down
to talk about, things with the changing with the unions. Can you talk about what that means real briefly?
The changes, first and foremost, the code of excellence, making sure that our people provide a good product for our customers, being more productive, drug-free workforce, OSHA, as I mentioned, safe job sites, just doing better and more things for the community, giving back to facilities like yourselves, TSU, Prairie View, different universities that believe in education, believe in the same things that we do.
As we see Homer Causey, 1st and 10, as he hands off to Devon Porter again. Wow, what a hit. And a flag fly on the play as we're here with John Easton of IBEW Local Union 716. John, there's been some controversy going on there. There's been some, Prairie View A&M, is located up to 90, Texas Southern, Houston, Texas.
Hold it.
Listen to the flag.
Offense, number 54. 10-yard penalty. Be first down.
It's been rumored that IBEW Local Union 716, it looks as though you guys sponsor Prairie View as well.
Yes, we sponsor all of y'all. We believe that y'all are doing a great thing for our future, for all the students and for all the youth that's coming up to, like I said, provide good citizens for our city. So we believe all of us are winners here because we're both in favor of education and preparing our youth for the future.
Well, when you talk about sponsoring both schools, when we get into the Texas Southern and Prairie View, what are some things that you like specifically about Prairie View?
Well, I like the fact, like I said, they provide good education for our youth. So they're also doing some good things for the community. So it's also a good way for us to obtain maybe possibly people that don't make it through college. So we're
Did you get a chance to attend homecoming there at Prairie View last year? Or?
No, sir, I did not.
I haven't either.
I bet not.
I was going to ask about it because I've heard some good things about it.
Yes,
now, what are some things you like about the new, football stadium or the new soccer stadium as we see Davion Porter taking off, missing a tackle, open space. Number 5th ranked nationally, junior college running back coming out of junior college. You see the atmosphere at Texas Southern and the new BBVA Compass Stadium, downtown Houston, Texas. What are some of the things that interest you here in this game tonight?
Just being here, the atmosphere. As a matter of fact, we did electric work in the stadium, so it's a great venue, great place for TSU to be. We'd love to be part of y'all, and definitely glad to be here. Yes,
we appreciate you coming on. As you see, we got this game is sponsored by IBEW. As you see in the top right side of your screen, as you see the 3rd and 44. Okay, now it's 1st and 10. We Mr. John Easton here hanging out with us. Anything you want to tell the fans out there watching in TV land just about what you guys do, not only for Texas Southern but for Prairie View? Any last words that you want to tell the fans out there?
I would just say that do all you can to support us. We do everything we can for the community. We believe in charities, believe in helping people, believe in helping our youth. And first and foremost, definitely thank God and always remember Him first and foremost.
Now, Dewan, he thinks he's going to get out here easy now. He sponsors. They sponsor Prairie View and they sponsor TSU. Who are you picking, man?
Oh, man.
Tough question.
Who are you picking?
Well, I'm picking both of them.
Wow. Okay, so
I'm picking all of them. Yeah, I think it'll be a tie.
Okay, all
You're
right.
trying to
But
put
there's
me
no
on the
ties in
spot,
college
my brother.
football. I'm just saying.
I love
They'll
you.
be playing all night, I guess.
I love all of you, and I'm definitely just glad to be here. So I support both. You seen where the coin toss went, though, bro?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You saw the coin toss. I mean, well, was it on this side of the 50 or that side of the 50? Was it on the TSU side of the 50 or was it on PG sid of the 50?
I think it was on the TSU side.
TSU side of the 50. Okay. We're not going to tell anybody out there in TV land. They can't hear us. That's just me and you talking.
Thank you, sir.
Well, hey, thanks a lot for coming on. That's John Eason of IBEW, Local Union 716, supporting the TSU Sports Network and the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Kind of like our brothers from another mother down Highway 290. As we see Causey hits a man across the middle. It was the deuce, Malik Cross. A first down for the TSU Tigers. Thanks a lot, Mr. Easton.
Thank you,
hey,
sir.
Don't be a stranger now.
No, sir. I'll be back. God bless y'all.
When TSU and QB are playing with, then you can wear your maroon and gray jersey up here.
Yeah, that's why. That's what. God bless y'all. Take care.
Okay, thanks a lot. Dewan, another sponsor in the books. Thanks a lot. And it's all about supporting universities out here.
It really is. You got to support your youth. They're our future.
Going to get John Easton a personal TSU jersey out here. We see Porter getting inside the 25 for a gain of about 10 yards. They're going to move those chains.
TSU's moving the ball.
For the Tigers.
TSU's moving the ball.
Second and short.
Okay. TSU's moving the ball after the penalties. They're showing they have some big play capabilities.
Tigers trail by 3. John Easton can't really decide. I think that's what he was really trying to say. 2nd and 1. I formation for the maroon and gray. Causey puts it in the hands of Porter. Hit hard. He holds on to the ball. I don't think he got the first down there.
Big hit by the linebacker, filling the hole. As a linebacker, that is what you want to do. You want to come downhill and put helmet on helmet.
Big play here, 3rd and 1. Causey will take it himself. Gets the first down for the maroon and gray. Inside the 25-yard line. Here come the TSU Tigers.
Great job by the quarterback there, Nick. Willing his way to the first down. You could tell he wanted just by the way he was running the ball.
About a 5-yard gain there for Causey. As the nightlife gets rolling in here at BBVA. College student section going strong here. Seniors ready to graduate. Freshmen in their first football game. Causey in his first football game. Causey on the run. And Causey goes for the gain. About 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here for Team TSU.
Great job making nothing out of something. Got him a couple yards and got out of bounds.
Dewan Fulgham, former SWAC Player of the Year. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the network this year, Dewan.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being up here to talk about my former alma mater, Texas Southern Tigers, and the big Labor Day Classic that you said I played 4 times once before. I wasn't very successful in my career at the Labor Day Classic, but nonetheless, I gave him all.
Time out. Texas Southern.
13-10 your score. Tigers trail by 3. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Welcome back to the 29th Annual Labor Day Classic. 13-10 your score. Tigers threatening to take the lead here. Second down and about 7. And the Tigers trying to put it inside the end zone. Homer calls it. Out the gun. Drops back to pass. Going across the middle. And as he was looking for number 6, Dedrick Shipman, but couldn't reel it in. Third down coming up here for the Maroon and Gray, Dewan.
Big third down, Nick. We got to see what they can do. They get another first down, maybe take another shot at the end zone. They got a couple different options, but third and long is definitely a defensive play.
What are you looking for from your defense here from the Prairie View A&M Panthers inside the red zone?
Well, first, on a third down, you always want to protect the sticks. Protect the sticks, make sure they do not get that first down. But also, you got to be aware of them going behind and going for the end zone. But the offense is they tend to go for the sticks in this area. You'll see all the receivers break their routes off around the sticks.
Here comes the pressure. Causey gets away. Pass into the end zone, tipped. And Tigers may have to settle for 3 here. DeJuan, you were talking about protecting the sticks. Is that something that you just talked about? I've never played a down in football in my life.
When I say the sticks, I'm talking about the first down marker. So the defense tend to break off around the yard marker because the offense break their routes off around there to try to get the first down. So you want to protect the sticks is the terminology.
Well, the only football I played was in the street, man.
Hey, man, you got to start somewhere.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. Tie game here at the new BBVA Conference Stadium. 13-all. The Tigers are looking good.
I'm out.
Saturday, it's Alcorn State and Mississippi State at 2:30. Then Austin Peay at Vanderbilt at 6:30. Plus, we have University Arkansas Pine Bluff at McNeese at 7:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Presented by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Every week in the NFL is its own epic saga, and it all starts with Thursday night.
It's our night. Where's that?
The fade to the corner. Touchdown. 13 games. Starting in September. Come on. More of what you love. And I'll be the last man standing.
Hi, I'm Scott Jusium of OMG Tax. Don't let the IRS ruin your year. My team can help you with all your IRS tax problems. Honest and professional, we don't make false promises. Do you owe the IRS? Do you have unfiled tax returns? We cover all the bases to help you get tax resolution fast. Call us today so that we can knock all your tax problems out of the park.
Call OMG Tax at 1-800-428-1824. That's 1-800-428-1824.
There was a 41-yard field goal there from Eric Medina to tie this contest at 13. TSU, Prairie View A&M. Hey, do you know TSU? When was the first game at the new BBVA Stadium for the Texas Southern Tigers? When was the first game at BBVA Stadium for the Tigers? Tweet your answers to @TXSO Tigers, @TXSO Tigers. As we see the Panthers getting to about the 23-yard line. Number 86, Skylar Moore from Phoenix City, Alabama. Interesting story about Phoenix City. DeJuan, I was at the Astros game. I've been a baseball coach for
on the
Phoenix
kicking
City,
team. Number 23. 5 yards added on to the end of the run.
In a row.
First time.
Pretty impressive. Yeah. That's pretty impressive. That doesn't come around too often.
Yeah, and Phoenix City, actually, they've been a part of the Little League World Series in the past. I know it's baseball reference and it's football season, but just
it's okay. Sports is always relevant.
And if you didn't know, DeJuan is a former Tiger.
Prairie View has decided to re-kick.
Actually, Prairie View is going to decide to re-kick. DeJuan Fulgham, a former Tiger. DeJuan, you got your you finished up with your master's from Texas Southern?
Yes, I did. I got my bachelor's and I finished up with my master's this past spring, 2013.
You got a chance to walk across the stage, shake Doc Rutley's hand?
Not only shake his hand, he gave me a hug, Nick. He spread his arms out and gave me a big hug. I couldn't tell the president no. I gave him a big hug back. I was happy.
Big Papa Tiger. Not Papa Bear, but Big Papa Tiger.
Yes.
And you came out undergrad in what year?
Finished up May 2011.
Okay, so you got your master's real quick. Maybe
I tried to knock out as soon as I could.
Yeah. Well, we're in the same boat as you know. I'm a former Tiger. Graduated 2007 undergrad. Got my master's degree. Finished up 2012. So.
And a former standout baseball player.
Yeah, I played.
May I remember?
I played a little baseball here at Texas Southern. Former SWAC champ, just like yourself. There's a lot of similarities that we have.
I see as we go on down the list.
Yeah, and we're both light skinned. We're going by Team Light Skin this year. Team Light Skin.
Hashtag Team Light Skin in the booth.
We're all the way around. Here comes the kick, and it's a little shorter this time. And it's going to be fair call. Number 35, Walter Beretta, the transfer from Texas Lutheran University. I mean, I didn't get SWAC Player of the Year or anything now, you know.
Oh, that's just it's just the accolade. I mean, nobody's counting.
Talk briefly about your experience at Texas Southern, man, just on playing football all the way around.
I love my experience at Texas Southern. Going to a black college, getting a black college experience is something else, something you don't get anywhere else. But my football career here at Texas Southern, it was a blessing coming here, get on full scholarship to help pay for my school and help me get my degree.
Just another accolade there, you know, just a full scholarship.
Yes, just a full scholarship. It's such a blessing to get to have your school paid for, and I thank TSU every day for what they help me get for my future.
As we see Jacoby Anderson with the end around, about an 8-yard gain there for the Tigers. And as you talk about Dewan, you talk about Texas Southern. How did Texas Southern find you? You come from all the way from Killeen, Texas, from what I hear.
I had former players playing on Texas Southern's team. Big catch by number 1. Oh, you dropped it.
No incomplete pass for DeAndre Cooper. Talk about your experience in the recruiting process. How did Texas Southern find you?
Well, like I was saying, Nick, I had a couple of former players who played on Texas Southern, and it kind of helped get my name into the Texas Southern doors. When that happened, they watched the film on me, and they decided to take a chance on me when other schools did not. So I appreciate that, and I gave my loyalty to TSU and gave them 100% I got just for taking that chance on me, Nick.
Yeah, and you majored in
accounting. I was in the business building.
All right. So we see Lovelock with the complete pass up top, stopped in the backfield. Looks as though number 39, Stephen White, all the way from Dayton, Ohio, a guy you played with early on.
I did. Stephen White, great player, great defender. It's great watching these young players grow into what they are today. Stephen White, he had 34 tackles last year with 1 interception before a season-ending injury.
Second and long for Team Purple and Gold. Lovelock hits a man just shy of the 50-yard line, right there in the vicinity was number 23, Michael Holmes, to make the stop. Michael Holmes, a converted wide receiver, now playing defense for the Maroon and Gray.
Yes, as well as a track guy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, he on the 4x4 team, and I believe they went to nationals the past 2 years.
Wow.
So you have some dual threat athletes out there playing multi-sports.
And I hear you play a little baseball in your day.
Oh, that was a long time ago, Nick. Long time ago. I did okay for myself in high school, Nick.
Wow, okay.
I didn't get a chance to play in college like you. It's okay, man.
I didn't get a chance to play college football like you.
As our we have our differences as well as we have our similarities.
We do. SWAC Player of the Year. Wow, I get to play with the SWAC Player of the Year.
Accolades are based off of team performance. If I didn't have a great team the year I got that accolade, I wouldn't have got it.
Gabe Dunlap on the catch. And a swarm of Tigers right around him.
That's what you want to see from the defense, Nick. You want to see them swarming to the ball.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Wright talked about.
Yes. Yeah, you want all 11 hats on defense to the ball every play. You cannot take any plays off, Nick.
Here comes the big punt.
Am I mistaken, or was this Prairie View's first time punting?
It is their first time. As we see the big punt, looks to be returned by it's going to fall into the end zone.
Very close goal.
Go with the touchback there. Okay.
Like I said before, Nick, football is a game of inches. It was a couple inches away from being stopped on the inch yard line.
13-13, you score. Tigers, Panthers, 29th Annual Labor Day Classic.
I wasn't born to sit behind a desk. In fact, I wasn't born to sit at all. I was born to take action, to seize opportunities. I was born to use my strength and intelligence to protect my country. Right where it matters most. America's doorstep. I was born ready.
Go CoastGuard.com/reserve.
Welcome back to Tiger Football here on the TSU Sports Network. Nick Strong alongside former SWAC Player of the Year, DeJuan Fulgham. 13-13 your score. Live from downtown Houston, Texas, the Bayou City. As we see Homer Causey puts it in the hands of Edwards Perkin Lovin, has to break a tackle. And he gets to the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. About a loss of 4. Make it about 2nd and 4 to actually make it about 2nd and 15 for the TSU Tigers.
Yeah, Perkin Lovin, he tried to make something out of nothing on that play, Nick. He was dancing around trying to get some extra yards. Sometimes you got to take that L, Nick. Just go ahead and just get down. You know, get what you can.
And as you can remember last year in this contest, Prairie View took an early 20-7 lead in the first quarter. So the Prairie View A&M Panthers, they come out slinging the ball. Causey slings it. Going downfield. Almost had a man, and it was your boy, Fred Plummer, DeJuan.
You're still waiting for him to break out and have a big play. Almost had one there. It's a flag on the play. Let's see what it is, Nick. It's a pass interference.
It's got to be a pass interference.
Got to be. Anything else? On the defense.
Great job there by Fred Plummer, just staying with the play as we take a look at the replay here. There's the flag right there. He pulled the jersey just at the last minute.
Very ticky-tack call, but you have to respect the ref's decision. It's hard, you know, being a defender when there's so many rules against you, Nick.
Wait, now, I don't know if that's a pass interference. It looks though it may have been a holding call. Because he only got a couple yards. Pass interference, usually you get to the spot of the football where it was thrown.
Well, in college, you get 15 yards.
You only get 15.
You only get 15 yards in college.
Yeah,
NFL is the spot of the ball.
I told you I didn't read up on my rule book this year.
It's okay, man. That's what I'm here for.
Perkins Lovin to the near side. Down the sidelines. Inside the 20. Touchdown. TSU.
Great run. There's a flag on the play, so we have to wait to see what it is.
Coach Darrell Asbury on the field right next to the flag. And the DeJuan, I'm sorry, but I think it's coming back.
Unfortunately, it's looking that way. Was it a clipping call? As you hear the Texas Southern fans booing in the background.
You know, DeJuan, I mean, you got to respect the call, but Edward Perkins Lovin tiptoed that sideline, stayed in bounds. He showed some athleticism right there.
He did. You could have swore he was a ballerina as he was tiptoeing down that sideline, Nick. You know, great athlete. He got down to the end zone and showed great speed.
You know, I remember watching the Brady Bunch, and I think it was Deacon Jones. They talked about the guys taking the ballerina classes.
They really do that, Nick. You know, they take the yoga classes. You know, I wouldn't say the ballerina classes, but you know, they do things like that. You know, get more agile. You know, yoga helps stretch, get the body loose.
First and long for the maroon and gray. Causey under pressure, drops back to pass, still rolling out. Had a receiver, tried to hit Shipman, and we'll go second and long again here.
Good job by the quarterback. Nothing there trying to get it out of bounds. Live to fight another day, Nick.
Prairie View A&M comes out with a touchdown. Tigers answer right back down the field with a touchdown. Prairie View answered right back down the field with another touchdown. And Texas Southern put 2 field goals through the uprights. 13-13 is your score. Ocean of Soul. Prairie View A&M marching band here. So we see Porter up for a run. It's going to always be an interesting halftime here at the Labor Day Classic. Not only is it a rivalry between the 2 football teams, DeJuan, but I know you've been in the locker room for the past 4 years.
Right.
But at halftime, I'm sure you guys can hear that noise in the locker room.
Let me tell you, Nick, one of the favorite things about practicing at Texas Southern is sometimes the band practices a lot while you're playing.
Yeah.
So as we're at the practicing, we hear the band in the background playing their songs and their music, and it does something for us. Like, we love is going out, is hearing the sound of our band play.
I mean, it kind of gets you ready for the game because they're going to be playing during the game.
It does. It gets you very excited.
Causey takes off, using his legs, has the open field. And did he get the first down?
Looking that way.
I think so. A 16-yard gain there for numero 4. And a first down for the Tigers.
Great way to use your legs and get that first down. It's third down, big play. He need to get to those sticks to keep this drive alive.
He was brought down there by number 24, Foster Brown, all the way from College Park, Georgia. And Prairie View is going to stop the Tigers. They're going to call a timeout here. 4:09 left to go here in the first half. Nick Strong alongside DeJuan Fulgham upstairs in the broadcast booth here at the BBVA. 13-13 your score, DeJuan. Is this everything you've expected and a little bit more tonight?
It is. You got to see some quick scoring offense at the beginning, and now you're starting to see a stout defense on both sides. We haven't got a touchdown in a while. As you see, the defenses are starting to settle down.
13-13 as we see the offense, as Darrell Asbury is always excited about his offensive scheme this year. He's got the quarterback that he wanted. He's got the transfer running back he's wanted. What are some of the things you've seen from the Tiger offense here tonight?
I see them moving the ball. So, over the years, the Tigers offense struggled moving the ball, but this year I see something bright on the side of the ball.
The stars at night are big and bright in the state of Texas. Causey calling the shots. Gets the play from head coach Darrell Asbury. Looks like a third base coach.
Oh, man.
Fumble snap, and Causey hangs on to it.
I'm not sure if he hung on to it, Nick.
Yeah, he didn't, but the whistle had already blown by the time it came out again.
Right.
That's why I want to give him the benefit.
We'll see what the refs call. Look like they're going to give the ball still with TSU.
Oh, I thought he was giving it to the Panthers when he handed off to the right there. But no, I saw exactly what you were talking about. He was down, but I guess they ruled him down by contact that first time he slipped out. I saw the Prairie View Panther fall on top of it.
Right. As soon as that whistle blow, the play is dead.
Yeah.
So there's no way they could go back and review it and try to turn the ball over again.
Second down, a loss of 1. And Causey didn't like what he saw there. Timeout, Tigers. We'll take a little break here. 13-13 your score. Beautiful night in downtown Houston, Texas. It's Labor Day Classic on the TSU Sports Network.
Hurry today to Gallery Furniture's extended Labor Day Super Sale. We pulled out all the stops. Gallery Furniture open until 10 tonight. Labor Day extended Super Sale. Buy a Tempur sleep set, get a free Tempur twin-size mattress, a $6.99 value, absolutely free. Financing, no problem. Up to 60 months when you buy $2,000 or better worth of furniture, 60 months no interest financing, and a fabulous second chance financing program as well. Giant selection, giant savings, extended Labor Day Super Sale up to 10 tonight. Gallery Furniture saves your money and delivers today.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
800-215-6073. 800-215-6073.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in our state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing plus $500 Labor Day bonus cash on any of these 2013 GMC models. The power of incredible thinking. That's professional grade.
It's the end of an era.
All the parties. The stories.
I'm gonna miss your smell. You were my first.
What? I knew it. I knew it.
It's true.
Oh, man, I'm sorry I broke your leg. I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
Keep the good times going with the crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Whoa. Check out this new couch.
Welcome back to the 29th Annual Labor Day Classic. Nick Strong alongside former Tiger DeJuan Fulgham. DeJuan, what a first half there by the TSU Tigers and the Prairie View A&M Panthers.
Right. Great game so far. Very exciting. You want to see scoring? They have it. You want to see defense? It's coming. They have it as well.
Well, let's go to the highlight package. A lot of scoring there early on in the first 5 minutes of this contest. Prairie View A&M on the board first.
Right. It was a shootout from the very beginning of the game. But after a while, you start seeing down below, you'll see the Prairie View Panthers excited to come out for the game.
Number 14,
As you see, Hebert getting the pass there, and DeAndre Smiley just taking it, trying to get it into the end zone as he puts it in to Chris Brown.
You see how
There's a quick pass there from Patrick Gant as Patrick Gant goes up top. And here's the second score for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. DeAndre Smiley just walks into the end zone, but the Tigers came back. Here comes Homer Causey, went down the field, and he goes right into the end zone. So what a half there by the Tigers and the Panthers. 20-13, your score here.
Great half. I expect a lot more in the second half. This game is far from over. So make sure you stay tuned in the second half and watch the rest of this game.
29th Annual Labor Day Classic live from the new BBVA. Tigers trail by 7. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
The way you drive can help keep the air clean and save you money at the pump. Underinflated tires can cost you $85 a year. An untuned vehicle can cost you $120 a year. Speeding and jerky driving can cost you $70 a month. Visit drivecleanacrosstexas.org for easy tips on saving gas and keeping the air in Texas happy. Drive clean across Texas.
The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Work away, work away. We'll haul that lumber, lift that frame, sing a little song and do it all again. The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Work away, work away.
Welcome back to the 29th Annual Labor Day Classic. As you see, the Texas Southern University men's and women's basketball team receiving honors here at halftime. As we see Dr. McClellan down there hanging out with the maroon and gray. Women's basketball team DeJuan last year led by head coach Cynthia Cooper-Dyke, and the men's team led by head coach Mike Smith. Well, it's time for the halftime show, and the Prairie View A&M Marching Motion Band is up. It's your turn.
When we send an IBW electrician to your job site, I expect my electrical worker to be neat. I expect him to be professional. I expect him to be on time. I expect him to be productive. I expect him to do everything in his power and her power to ensure that employer is successful. Because what's going to give us more work is successful jobs.
The time is now to hire IBW electricians.
Make the right moves. A-Rocket Moving. You need to call the people who always do it right and work hard day and night to make the right moves. You need people who care, people who make the right moves. A-Rocket Moving.
Welcome back to the 29th Annual Labor Day Classic live from BBVA Campus Stadium here in downtown Houston, Texas. Start of the second half as the Tigers of Texas Southern trail the Prairie View A&M Panthers 20-13. Let's get into some of our first half highlights from Texas Southern University as we see starting off, as we know they got a chance to come out the tunnel in the Labor Day Classic and have a little fun. And as we see some highlights here, and so we see the Prairie View A&M Panthers getting stopped just short. Tigers trying to do it on defense, but as we see a couple of plays, and Homer Causey is throwing it downfield looking for a man as he hit Dedrick Shipman inside the end zone, and that got the Tigers off to a start here. But here come the fumble. This changed things around, DeJuan, as we saw the Tigers recover the fumble and get inside the 25-yard line. Next came up with a field goal by Eric Medina and got the scored to within 13-10. Homer Causey came back down the field, drove the Tigers around the 35-yard line, and it looks as though Malik Cross came short. The Panthers came back, but hey, they weren't able to hang on to the ball as we see the Tigers pick it up right here on offense, and they got a chance to bring it right back down. So we see the Tigers right here. Darvion Porter, the transfer, ranked number 5 in the nation of all junior college running backs, and he got it inside the 10-yard line. And here comes Eric Medina right back out to kick the field goal and hit the 13th point for the Texas Southern University Fighting Tigers. And as we see, DeJuan, they still trail here by 7.
Yeah, you see, it's been going back and forth all game so far. But as you see, Prairie View, they was hurting on the turnovers. You see, Texas Southern capitalized on many of those turnovers that they had. So going into the second half, we expect big play coming out for both offenses, but you see the defense as well for both squads have settled down and start playing very well. As the second half ended with the first half ended with the interception for Prairie View.
DeJuan, as we see the start of the second half, the Tigers will receive the ball. As we saw, the Panthers receive the ball in the first half and got the first strike of the season. 6-0 was your score. Tigers have to come right back out of the chute, and as we see head coach Daryl Asbury changing his clothes again at the halftime. As we know, he likes to change his top at the halftime. Now he's in the maroon top, and now he's getting his headset from his coaching staff. But the Tigers have got to come out of here with a sense of urgency to tie this contest here, DeJuan.
You're right, because Prairie View has been striking pretty much the first half and scoring again in the second half sometimes. So the Prairie View offense is not going to slow down. So Texas Southern will have to keep up with Prairie View striking offense.
And here comes a short kick. And Tigers are going to down it. No, they're going to go for it. Well, he did down it. Yes, he did.
He waved it off.
He waved it off. And it looks as though that is number 10 for the Tigers, Justice Jones. Actually, excuse me, number 28. It's going to be Eric Mitchell coming up with the ball.
Yeah, Nick, before the half went off, Texas Southern threw an interception while they was within the 10-yard line going in. I wonder how much that's going to affect the game throughout, where they could have easily got 3 points off the possession. And it could have scored a touchdown this opening drive, take the lead. Instead, they may have to settle for tying the game if they get a touchdown this drive, Nick.
20-13, the Panthers lead by 7. Texas Southern starts at the 30-yard line. They're going to have to drive 70 yards if they want to get into the end zone. Homer Causey, still your quarterback for the TSU Tigers. Steps back to pass is complete. And right there as he hit Malik Cross, the sophomore out of Fort Washington, Maryland, the transfer from Shaw University. Tigers trying to get their offense into the game a little early on here, DeJuan.
Short game, but also you see it was a quick pass. Get them back into the rhythm coming out of halftime, Nick.
Make it 2nd and 7. Here comes the Panthers. It's a high snap over the head of Causey, and he's going to have to fall on it. Oh, wow. A 22-yard loss there on the play for the TSU Tigers. And it looks as though Causey is down. He's going to stay down. An injury timeout coming up for the Maroon and Gray. Not what you want to see coming out the locker room, but one of the other storylines that we have to follow here, DeJuan, as we see, this will take a little long. So what we'll do is we'll go to break right here. 20-13 your score from BBVA Campus Stadium. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
Even when you're 2,000 miles away, you'll never feel far from home. With Xfinity Home, you can arm your security system, control your lights, and even adjust your thermostat, all while you soak up the sun. Simplify your life with the total home security and control solution. Plus, get 24/7 professional monitoring. Xfinity Triple Play subscribers. Now you can add Xfinity Home for only $29.95 a month. Plus, you can lock in your rate for 2 years and save over $200. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Hi, I'm Scott Jusium of OMG Tax. Don't let the IRS ruin your year. My team can help you with all your IRS tax problems. Honest and professional, we don't make false promises. Do you owe the IRS? Do you have unfiled tax returns? We cover all the bases to help you get tax resolution fast. Call us today so that we can knock all your tax problems out of the park.
Call OMG Tax at 1-800-351-2219. That's 1-800-351-2219.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in our state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing plus $500 Labor Day bonus cash on any of these 2013 GMC models. The power of incredible thinking. That's professional grade.
Welcome back to Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network as we see number 15, Jamal Smalls, coming into the game. The 6'3", 215 redshirt junior quarterback from Asbury, New Jersey, by way of Dean College.
False start.
And here's a false start from the Tigers.
You know, one of the goal, third down.
One of the storylines that we're going to follow, DeJuan, as we see Homer Causey had to go out. You know, Darrell Asbury has about maybe 5 of the quarterbacks that can step in and get the job done.
Yeah, he did that because last season you would never have thought they lost. I believe 3 quarterbacks in one game last year, Nick.
They went through 6 on the whole season.
So he said I will not go through that problem again. I will have a quarterback to come in and step in if we have injuries, which as you see now it happened early in the season, and hopefully Homer will be okay. Not sure the extent of his injury. Seemed to happen on a fluke play, Nick, as he was just trying to jump over and cover the ball up.
Yeah, on the high snap, and it looks as though Edward Perkins Loving grabs a couple of extra yards for the Tigers. 4th and long, and we see they're going to have to punt it away here. Number 46, Corey Carter, the 175-pound sophomore.
This should give Prairie View A&M great field position. Let's see if they'll take advantage of this.
The punt is up, and the punt is long. Gabe Dunlap on the return as he spins around a couple of Tigers, and he's brought down around the midfield. Inside the soccer circle, as you can see the outline out there. A 15-yard return for the Prairie View A&M Panthers here.
As you see there inside the 50-yard line, Nick, this is great field position for Prairie View A&M. Let's see if they could take advantage of this field position, and also on the back end, see how the defense respond to this.
Last year, coming out the half, the score was 27-17. Panthers led by 10. They end up losing by 3, 44-41. Love block on the pump fake. Gets up the middle, a first down, and a whole lot more. About a 13-yard gain there for Jared Lovelock. And they're going to go into the hurry-up offense, DeJuan. Here they come back again. Up the near sidelines. And right there was number 3, Jonte Hebert.
Yes, giving the ball to their all-purpose player. As you've seen the play before, Nick, how the quarterback took advantage of the space that the TSU defense gave them and took off running for about a 12-yard gain. You know, college football, NFL ranks, they're all taking advantage of having a dual-threat quarterback who could pass and throw the ball, pass the ball and run the ball as well.
Hebert up for another couple of yards. Third down coming up here for PVA&U.
It's almost getting to that point where it's very common in what's needed and wanted in a quarterback is to be a dual threat. Just being a passer is not good enough no more because we have these athletes out here who can run the ball and pass the ball just as well as any other passing quarterback. As you see another quarterback run.
DeAndre Smiley takes it around the corner, gets the first down, and they're just shy of the 20-yard line.
Having a running quarterback makes your offense that much more dynamic.
Yeah, last year DeAndre Smiley didn't get a chance to play the whole season, but when he did, 1,429 yards, 11 touchdowns total. Jerry Lovelock, 5 touchdowns. So they've made their dual quarterback threat pretty perishable here.
Yes, as you see, last year at Prairie View A&M, they ran a 2 quarterback system where they shared reps throughout the whole season. And as you see, DeAndre Smiley is getting his fair share of reps here. Last year, he had 67.9 completion percentage, averaged about 158.8 yards per game, had 11 touchdowns but 8 interceptions. Ain't the greatest, but it's pretty good, pretty decent.
Another Tiger down on the ground, and we'll have to take a break here. 11:16 left to go here in the third frame. 20-13 your score. Panthers lead the Tigers. Welcome back to Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network. 20-13 your score. Prairie View A&M threatening to put some more points on the board here. As Lovelock hits Hebert on the near sidelines. A flag on the play. May go against the Panthers here on the hold.
Good call, Nick.
Number 89. 10-yard penalty. Then second down.
Oh, man. Ghost in disguise. So it will go against the Panthers. And DeJuan Fulgham, I told you, I read my rule book this year, man. I read my rule book.
Are you sure? Because before I thought you said you did not read your rule book. But, hey, man, you got that call right. I'm pretty impressed, Nick. Good job for a baseball player.
They call him Decatur Red in the house. Decatur Red. Smiley goes across and looking for DeAndre Cooper. Nobody home.
I think he needed a step ladder to catch that one, Nick.
Third and long coming up here for the Panthers. Not necessarily field goal territory, but you never know. Chris Barrick may be able to give it a boot here.
We'll see here.
He's on the sidelines waiting next to Coach Northern. Third and long. Lovelock has the receiver. Greg Thurman into the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. We don't need a field goal here. 29-yard strike, and the Panthers go up by 13 points.
The Tiger defense, they're walking around right now. It's not a good look for them after Prairie View scores a touchdown. You know, they got to make that tackle, Nick. They're swarming around the ball. They have to make that play.
Greg Thurman, the sophomore from Bog Springs, Texas. Out of West Mesquite. Chris Barrett going for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 27-13, your score live from BBVA Campus Stadium. Tigers trail by 14. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
Attention, the diabetes drug Actos has been linked to bladder cancer.
If you've taken the diabetes drug Actos and now have bladder cancer, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If you or a loved one took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a loved one took Actos and were then diagnosed with bladder cancer,
call the Goldwater Law Firm at 800-351-7900. That's 800-351-7900.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, and deal with Social Security for you. And best of all, there's no fee until you receive benefits. Call today.
Every month, thousands of people are switching to Buick's innovative technology, design, and luxury. How are they arriving at this decision? In Lexuses, Acuras, Hondas, Infinitis, Toyotas, Nissans. If you don't know our luxurious new lineup, you don't know Buick. Now during the Buick Labor Day sale, get $500 Labor Day bonus cash plus 2 years of scheduled maintenance when you lease any 2013 Buick.
Welcome back to Fighting Tiger football on the TSU Sports Network. The Panthers of Prairie View A&M, all the way from Prairie View, Texas, have the lead 27-13. If the Tigers want to get back into this one to one, they've got to do it quick. Here comes the kick, and it's up. And it will be into the end zone. Touchback for the Tigers, and they'll have it around the 20-yard line. DeJuan Tigers need to get back into this. Defense hasn't showed up yet in the second half. How does the offense take care of things right here?
Well, first off, they got a starting quarterback back in the game, which is a good sign for the Tigers. But they need to strike and strike fast because I don't see Prairie View slowing down their offense. They're not going to slow down for anybody here, Nick.
Last year, the Tigers won this game at Reliance Stadium off a field goal, 41-41 as time expired. The field goal was made by senior Robbie Hirsch, another one of your former teammates.
Right, yes, he was. I remember Robbie coming in as a freshman. I watched him grow and love to see how he ended his career against Prairie View by kicking that field goal to win the game.
Homer Causey completes a pass up top to Deidre Shipman. About a gain of 9 yards, second and short coming up here for the Maroon and Gray. Before that game last year, PV had won five straight Labor Day Classics, as we have already said that, but TSU did win back in 2006, 17-14 by 3 points as well.
Yes, a little bit before my time, Nick. I think I was still in high school around that time.
What a hit! What a hit! On the loss.
All right, Raheem Cardwell, one of the top 3 leading tacklers coming back from Prairie View's defense there. They have a stout defense, Nick. They got a lot of returning players and a lot of experience on that back front.
As I told you before, DeJuan, I've never played football, but I don't remember all these defensive linemen having low numbers, man.
He's actually a linebacker coming out. These guys, they're pretty big. You get them confused for a D lineman. They're getting bigger and bigger every generation. I promise. I don't know what they're feeding these kids nowadays.
And into the game now is Jamal Small, and did he get the first down? He may just have been stopped short. They're going to have to measure. This could be big here. And they're going to give him 4th and short.
Another big call by Coach Asbury. He's bringing the kicking union out, which is a smart choice, showing what yard line they're on. Definitely don't want to give Prairie View the ball around there. It's too close for striking distance.
Well, let me ask you, DeJuan, you don't go to your offense to get the 4th down. As a defense, are you okay with that coming onto the field here?
With them punting the ball?
Yeah, with them punting the ball.
I'm okay with it. There's a lot of time left in this game, and you want to go ahead and give the defense good field position on the other end.
Gabe Dunlap breaks a couple of tackles, flag on the play down the sidelines, and he's trying to walk that tightrope. And there's another Tiger down at around the 25. Looks like number 98, Justin Wheat, the senior.
25 on the senior team. After this
We hate to see these kids go down to injury, Nick. Hopefully he'll be okay. So give him a couple minutes and see if he can stand up on his free will. But it looks like he might be okay.
Oh, man.
Took a hit. He's still laying on the ground.
He's down.
But yeah, you hate to see guys out there getting injured. You know, you play this game. A lot of guys say like, "Yeah, I want to hurt this guy. I want to knock this guy out." But deep down, you really don't mean it because you play this game and you respect the fact that you don't want to be that guy on the ground getting hurt.
Coming out the locker room, DeJuan, the Tigers went into the locker room trailing this contest 20-13. Coming into the locker room, coming out of the locker room, what does your head coach tell you, about this Prairie View offense here?
Well, I've never played under Coach Asbury. I'm not even sure exactly the type of speeches he gives, but I can only imagine that, we still have a whole another half to play this game. They only was trailing down a touchdown, which it's, you can make up at any time. I think last year you were saying they was down by 10 points last Classic at halftime, and ended up coming back to win the game. So coming to this game down 7 points is nothing compared to what it was last year or any other thing they ever overcame.
I'm looking at some of these scores from when you played here, DeJuan. I see a 34-14, 34-14, 17-7, 16-14. It looks like you guys came close in that last year. What were some of those memories like on that football field?
Well, it was very emotional, Nick, especially my last year. It was my last time playing Prairie View, and I wasn't able to get the victory. But, I gave it my all you could ask for, and we played a tough-fought game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I'll speak for them. We played extremely well, close-fought game, low scoring. It just didn't roll outside.
You got a chance to play in the NFL stadium, being at Reliance Stadium. How was that experience?
Experience was wonderful. You want to play on that level and playing in that stadium, getting that feel for how these NFL players, what they do when they prep and they go on that field and play. A lot of these kids, they dream about playing on that level. Some of them, that's the close they'll get about playing on that field. So just that experience alone is something to remember.
Now, did you guys get a chance to use the Texans locker room, or did they have guest locker rooms for you guys?
No, they have guest locker rooms for us.
Okay.
Locker room's still nice, like I said, a great experience playing on that field. The grass is so nice, Nick. I swear, every time I played on it, I thought it was turf until I actually got on the field and I remember it's grass.
As we see the Panthers running a little clock off here, about a 4-yard gain there for the purple and gold. You got a chance to play in some other stadiums, a couple other classics, if I can remember. You guys got a chance to travel up to Rutgers. You guys got a chance to get out there to UConn as well to see some of the top schools in the nation play.
We did. We played some of the best teams in the nation that year. When we played UConn, they ended up going. That's the year they ended up going to a BCS bowl game and playing Oklahoma. Now they didn't fare too well against Oklahoma that year, but the fact that they made it that far tells you a lot about their talent and their team.
Looks as though you've had some great experience here on the football field at Texas Southern.
I have too many stories to tell, Nick.
Well, we've got 5 games here on the network this year.
Well, I'll try to squeeze as many as I can in, Nick. I'll try.
1st and 10 here for the Panthers, and stopped in the back. Oh, it looks like he got a couple of yards on a forward progress there for the Panthers. Looks as though number 73, Brandon Wright, with the tackle. 6'2", 308 pounds. My goodness, what is it like? Just playing with those big guys. I'm like 5'8", 140.
Hey, those big. Oh.
And we've got a chance. And did he hold on to it? No, he didn't.
Waving it off. No, he
didn't. And right there on the coverage
was your guy.
Yeah, that was Darvion Trahan there. My man.
Now tell me what it's like. You teaching these guys, and you seeing them as young adults almost growing in.
I wish they could review that, but when you bring that question up, DeJuan, I mean, it kind of, as the guy Easton was saying, it kind of just gives more of the young kids opportunity. Glad to see they're out here doing something and still pursuing, a college football career, but to go along with possibly a free education in most of these guys, circumstances. Here comes the pass, and what a hit. Wow.
He did a great job holding to the ball, taking on the hit at the same time.
An 18-yard completion there for number 14, DeAndre Smiley, the lefty from Lufkin, Texas.
And let me tell you, Wilcox, number 29, he is a hitter. He's always been a hitter, and he will come down and hit you. So the fact that he held onto the ball tells you a lot about that receiver.
Now they're going to give him a flag for a false start. Did they take a timeout? Or too many men on the field? I see a flag over here.
I believe they got a timeout at the time.
Well, 27-13, 6 1/4 left to go here in the third quarter. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
If you haven't been to French's Chicken, or if it's been a while since your last visit, no place does chicken like Frenchie's. Our chicken is seasonized with our blend of Creole herbs and spices. Our side dishes include the tastiest greens and red beans and rice you'll ever put in your mouth. Try our new King Roll rotisserie chicken at our Scott Street location. Come on by French's Chicken, where the taste lasts forever.
27-13 your score here. DeAndre Smiley into the game for the Panthers as he hands off up the middle. Panthers dive forward. A 7-yard gain there for number 3, Jonte Hebert, the freshman from Baton Rouge. Hurry up offense again, DeJuan, trying to get the defense off balance here.
Yeah, they don't want to let the defense get a chance to make changes or audible to the play. Especially when they have success on a play, they want to keep hurrying up, either going back to it or get another play going, so the defense don't know what's happening to catch them off guard.
Looks as though another penalty for the Panthers of Prairie View A&M. Another penalty here.
If Prairie View loses the game tonight, it would be due for the penalties and turnovers. I know we was talking before the game about, having the team with the least amount of mistakes normally tends to win the games.
2 penalties so far this half, 15 yards for the Panthers. Smiley drops back to pass. The southpaw completes a pass just past the 50-yard line. Looks as though it was number 42 at the catch, Keith Hardaway, the freshman from HISD Chavez High School.
As you see, they're switching out the D-line. Make sure they get some fresh bodies out there. This hurry-up offense, it takes a toll on your body, Nick. I've been there on plenty of occasions trying to gasp for air as the quarterback snaps the ball.
Hebert back on the run, and he's caught hard. On the tackle was right there, number 39, Stephen White. As we see Prairie View recruits the HISD very well. Chavez, Sharpstown, Jack Yates, James Paul Bryant for Prairie View A&M. Sharpstown High School, Keelan LaSalle. A lot of HISD best players attend Prairie View A&M University. Darvion Trahan at Texas Southern.
Like I said, Nick, and the rivalry starts especially for these two schools. A lot of Houston kids starts in high school. Then you get to know a lot of these players in high school playing against each other, and they end up continuing the rivalry playing at a college. So going in, a lot of these players know each other. They know their game, and it means that much more, especially for bragging rights for the city of Houston and amongst themselves.
I want to say, was your first year the year with Bobby Reed, or?
No, Bobby Reed. He came my sophomore year.
Right. Okay. Oh, it was your second year.
Second year was my second year. I got a chance to play with Bobby Reed. Great athletic quarterback. You know, for other guys who don't know, transfer from Oklahoma State.
Had some big battles right here in Houston against Vince Young.
Right. I think they was announcing, predicting to be the next Vince Young.
They
2.0.
were neck and neck. They played against each other in high school in the Astrodome, and they said they had some shootouts, man.
I can only imagine. It's a high school game I would have loved to attend.
Now you're all the way from Killeen High School. Killeen, Texas. What high school?
I went to Harker Heights High School. So shout out to my former alma mater. Yeah. So hopefully they're doing big things this year. I try to keep up with them. Every
and
now
they'll
and
be watching on Tuesday. I'm sure that the rebroadcast of this contest.
Hopefully they'll
be watching out there. CSN Houston as Jamal Small can't complete the pass. Third down coming up here for the Maroon and Gray.
As you see, they got Jamal Smalls back in the game, just trying to get something going here. They need to get something going as the clock is dwindling down. It's 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter. There's still plenty of time left in this game, but they need to get something going here.
Jamal Small calling the shots. Homer Causey not in the game right now. 4 wide for the Maroon and Gray. Small drops back to pass. Has a man. It's the deuce. Malik Cross.
Great concentration on the catch. You see, I think he bobbled a little bit, but he held on. And what's important, most important, is they got the first down.
A 20-yard completion. Jamal Small to Malik Cross. Another first down for the Tigers. A quick handoff, Davion Porter.
As you see, Prairie View's D-line is getting off the ball. They're getting off the ball and they're getting in the backfield making plays. That's what you will see out of your D-line. I'm telling you, speaking of D-line, Nick, I'm telling you, those guys, they're my best friends, man. Playing linebacker in college, those guys in front of me, I love them so much because they kept those other big guys, they call it the offensive linemen, off of me. Wow. So they freed me up to help me make a lot of the tackles that I did.
Now, you guys play more of you were pretty free in space out there, huh?
I really was. I played in a 4-3 system, which is 4 D linemen and 3 linebackers, which means it's more people in front of me to keep the offensive line off of me.
Let's check back with that Do You Know TSU trivia question. When was the first game at BBVA Stadium for the Tigers? When was the first game, DeJuan? Were you there? It was September 15, 2012. I was here.
I was here.
I was in the broadcast booth. Tigers didn't fare so well in that game. A big loss to Jackson State University.
I was a fan. I believe I was in the stands that game, Nick.
Oh man, it was a great game. I mean, it was a high-scoring game.
I'm saying that's what fans
what
fans want to see. Hey, offense sell tickets.
It does.
They say defense wins championships, but offense sell tickets. People want to see teams score.
And I can say that about your championship year, DeJuan. When you guys were seniors, that game you all clinched at Pine Bluff. The defense was outstanding. You guys were ranked #1 in the nation that year, if I'm not mistaken.
We were, Nick. It was a tremendous accomplishment we made as a whole as a defense. It was one of our main goals going into the season. We wanted to be the best in the country, Nick. We had to go out there and prove it.
Defensive coordinator Kevin Ramsey, now at Alabama State, if I'm not mistaken.
Now at Alabama State, a great coach. He taught me a lot. I'm pretty much almost all I know. He really helped groom me into the player I became.
Well, we'll actually meet up with Alabama State pretty soon here on the schedule. We'll see a quick timeout there. Let's get back onto the field. Texas Southern 13, PV A&M 27. And here comes the punt by the Tigers. It's a little short. And it'll bounce, it'll roll. Stay in bounds, it'll bounce at around the 17.
Not a bad punt, Nick. Inside the 20, you want to get that roll going. Don't give them a chance to return the ball. As you've seen, the return men, they're starting to catch the ball now. But when they do, they have been making things happen with it.
And as we talked about the rebroadcast coming on Tuesday, they'll be watching in Killeen, Texas on Comcast Sportnet.
The big city.
You can check it out Tuesday at noon, following all home games.
I want to give a shout out to all the soldiers out there right next to the Fort Hood base.
I also want to shout out to one of my good friends down at Comcast Sportsnet, one of your good friends too, Shady Carter.
Oh, yes. So she's doing big things now. You know,
a Texas Southern grad?
Yes, TSU grad. That's right. Great young lady. Got great ambition. Expect a lot from her.
Yeah.
And shout out to Comcast for the deal and broadcasting us.
Your first time in the booth, DeJuan. How's the ride been so far?
If it wasn't for you, I don't know. You got me right on a smooth road right now, Nick. I don't know what I'll do without you.
I appreciate that, DeJuan. And as we see about a 7-yard gain here for the Panthers. Third down coming up here. A good run there by Jonte Hebert. Third and short. Lovelock goes across the middle, almost picked off. Pass is complete.
Great break on the play by the defender, but the quarterback put it in the perfect place where the defender couldn't get his hands in there.
As he hits Robert Grimes. Here comes the handoff. Jonte Hebert again through the middle as he hits the right side of the railroad track there. Second down coming up for Team PVAMU.
As you see, Texas Southern defense is having a hard time keeping up with Prairie View's up-tempo offense as they're trying to get somebody off the field and they weren't able to.
And I'm looking at number 44 walking onto the field for the Texas Southern Tigers. Amir Bloom is wearing number 4 now.
He is. Tremendous athlete, great size and great potential. Waiting to hear he call his name out a little bit more this game. But wearing number 44, my old jersey number, I'm proud
What's it like seeing somebody else wearing that number?
He's been wearing it for the past, I think, 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yes, it's differently somebody wearing that jersey, knowing that I wore the past 4 years prior to that. But he wears it well, and he's a great athlete. I'm glad he got a chance to have my jersey number.
And there he is right there, making a tackle.
Speaking of Amir Bloom, on the tackle.
Oh, yeah.
In the backfield. What you want to see out your D-line is making plays in the backfield, getting off the ball and firing out. He came all the way from Florida. So you see these schools in Texas, they recruit all around the nation.
TSU playing that good old 4-2-5 defense.
First
pass is complete. Brought down by number 23, Mike Holmes, the redshirt junior from South Park, Texas, out of Jones High School.
Speaking of the defense, his first year is implemented by first-year defensive coordinator. 4-2-5, which is 4 D linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 DBs. The strategy for having this defense is to have more athletes, as in defensive backs, on the field to help with personnel matchups. When they have offense come out with more athletes, you want to bring and match them up with more athletes.
27-13 your score. The 29th annual Labor Day Classic. We'll be right back. 3/4 in the book.
Even when you're 2,000 miles away, you'll never feel far from home. With Xfinity Home, you can arm your security system, control your lights, and even adjust your thermostat, all while you soak up the sun. Simplify your life with the total home security and control solution. Plus, get 24/7 professional monitoring. Xfinity Triple Play subscribers. Now you can add Xfinity Home for only $29.95 a month. Plus, you can lock in your rate for 2 years and save over $200. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Attention, the diabetes drug Actos has been linked to bladder cancer.
If you've taken the diabetes drug Actos and now have bladder cancer, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
If you or a loved one took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a loved one took Actos and were then diagnosed with bladder cancer,
call the Goldwater Law Firm at 800-351-7900. That's 800-351-7900.
Every month, thousands of people are switching to Buick's innovative technology, design, and luxury. How are they arriving at this decision? In Lexuses, Acuras, Hondas, Infinitis, Toyotas, Nissans. If you don't know our luxurious new lineup, you don't know Buick. Now during the Buick Labor Day sale, get $500 Labor Day bonus cash plus 2 years of scheduled maintenance when you lease any 2013 Buick.
Flag on the
and
play.
A flag flies. You don't need it.
You want to call it, Nick? Was it taunting? What did you see, Nick?
What I saw was a great pass that went up and it was deflected.
You are right. You are correct. A great defense, but it was a flag on the play, and the ref is about to give the call.
There's no foul on the play.
That last quarter, 14 rushes, 62 yards, 30 of which was gained by Jonte Hebert. 5 of 8 passing for 69 for the Panthers. What a stat line there, and as we see that the Panthers are moving that ball here again in the second half.
Yes, they did. The penalty that they threw, on the flag they threw, they waved it off. So no flag, no penalty.
Okay.
It's 4th down, and it looks like Prairie View is punting away.
Coach Northern trying to politic there on the top side of your sidelines, trying to get extra call or two. Here comes the punt. High booming corner, coffin corner. Whoa. No penalty there as the referee was almost taken out by a Panther. And the punt will go out around the 10.5 yard, actually the 15.5 yard line, make it to 16.
To see the Tigers to get something started in the 4th quarter, they need to get something going for them to have some more hope in this game.
You know, DeJuan, yeah, the Tigers trail by 14. A big score would be good for them. But what would a defensive hold do for the Panthers right here?
It would mean a lot for them to give them more confidence and also put their offense back in good field position for them to have to punt in that area. But if that was to happen, they're going to need a big play off the defense. Hopefully maybe get some scoring off the defensive side. That will get them going.
Jamal Small still in the game for the Tigers. The redshirt junior from Asbury, New Jersey. Small out the gun into the end zone. This could be trouble. He has to throw it away. If he gets it, he can throw it away. Good job there.
He got it away. That was very dangerous play by him.
That's the second high snap today from the center, Marvin Holly, for the TSU offense there. Marvin Holly, the redshirt junior. He's got to do a better job on those shotgun snaps. That's his second fumbled snap.
Yeah, those are routine plays you cannot make a mistake on, Nick. It hurts the team very much. You know, it's one of those little things you don't even think about, but that snap has to be perfect every time.
Now, I've heard there, some offensive players are, there's a difference between long snapping and, snapping to the quarterback.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Jamal Small sits under center. Edward Perkins Lovett in the backfield. Small drops back to pass. Has room to run. Let's go to the 34-yard line. Great run there by Jamal Small as he was stopped out of bounds there by number 11, Raheem Cardwell. A 17-yard gain there for Jamal Small from New Jersey.
Great job by Smalls taking what the defense gives him. It was in the open area. It was a no-brainer for him to run the ball just now.
Tigers trying to get into the groove here. If they want to do it, they've got to do it fast. Here comes the handoff. Perkins Lovin out the backfield. Gets right past the 40-yard line, about a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up here for Team TSU.
TSU has a little momentum going. They got a couple first downs. They're moving the ball. Let's see if they can continue it and get down the field.
Four wide for the Tigers. Trips up top. Small wants to take it himself. Breaks the tackle, but not the second. Gets about maybe a yard or 2. Actually, may have got 3. 3rd down and short coming up here, DeJuan. Middle of the field here for the Tigers. How do they get over the hump here?
They have to make a big play right here. They need this first down. This will change the momentum of the game, whether they'll get the first down or have to punt it. But as you see, the two different strategies of the offenses from Texas Southern and Prairie View. Prairie View's up-tempo, but Texas Southern, they take their time. They want to try to execute their plays on the field.
Defense shift left. Another fumble snap. Here comes James Paul Bryant, and he will fall on top of Jamal Smalls. Fourth down coming up here for Texas Southern. Not what you want to see if you're head coach Gerald Lasbury for the Tigers. Great job there to cover the fumbled snap for James Paul Bryant on top of Jamal Smalls. Great thing if you want to see if your head coach Heisman Northern.
Of course, as a defense, you love to see snaps over guys' head. I know I did. It was almost like a free play, loss of down or, them losing so many yards. Of course, it's great for the Prairie View Panthers in this case.
Corey Carter with the punt. And it's going to go out around maybe around the 37-yard line. Right back to where the Tigers just won. We'll take a break here. 27-13 your score. Fighting Tiger football. The 29th annual Labor Day Classic.
Your wireless world is about to be rocked. Metro PCS is here. Everything you want, $40, period. All the 4G speed you need, $40, period. Unlimited data, talk, and text on a nationwide 4G network. Even taxes and regulatory fees are rolled in. It's the power of the period. Everything you want, $40, period. Only at Metro PCS. Wireless for all.
Avocado's here and you can get it on anything, but you have to try it on the avocado bacon burger.
It's unlike any other sandwich on our menu.
Creamy pepper sauce, tomatoes, onions, bacon, and the avocado.
The avocado was like the first thing I got.
Real fresh and chunky avocado. You feel the smoothness and the creaminess. You also feel the crunchiness of the bacon and the toast.
The tanginess of the sauce goes well with the burger and the cheese.
Look at that. It's so colorful. This is delicious.
The avocado bacon burger.
This is my new go-to burger.
These days, it seems like everyone's headed to the same old places to do the same old stuff. It's time to put your blinker on and head someplace new, wherever that may be. Now named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, the all-new 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander combines 31 miles per gallon with room for 7. Lease one now for as low as $219 a month at your local Mitsubishi dealer, and see why it's never been easier to find your own lane.
Here we go. 11:56 left to go. Nick Strong alongside former Tiger standout DeJuan Fulgham, bringing you the 29th annual Labor Day Classic as Jerry Lovelock grabs a first down for the Panthers. The 6'5", 200-pound sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. A 12-yard gain there for Prairie View A&M. And I'm sure, DeJuan, that's what we're going to see in this last quarter. A lot of running, trying to move that ball, trying to move that clock as well.
Yeah, the main goal right now for the Prairie View Panthers is to get rid of that clock. They want to keep running the ball, and they'll start to slow it down now, Nick. They're trying to burn the clock.
Courtney Brown on the run, grabs about a 4-yard gain there for the Panthers. Make it 2nd and 6 here coming up for Team PVU.
As you see, they're slowing down a little bit. They want to burn the clock off. And we'll be surprised if there's another running play here. They're getting some success out of it.
Courtney Brown right back up the middle, shy of the first down.
Now, Nick, what you want to see here from your defense, you know that Prairie View's going to be running the ball, trying to run the clock out. You know, they're trying to get out here with a win. They're up right now, and you want to see it from your defense, strip the ball a little bit, get a turnover, get your hands in there.
Well, that's one thing I remember about your team, DeJuan. One thing I remember about your team is you guys were like the Chicago Bears. You guys you guys like to rip the ball out of people's hands and just take it away from everybody else. As Courtney Brown there on the run has space. And great job there by the Tigers to take down Courtney Brown on the tackle. That was number 5, Trey Walker, the 6'2", 180-pound junior. DeJuan, I remember, you guys were just making the guys fumble, interception here, interception there. But you guys swarmed the ball with a purpose. I remember that in that 2010 season.
You know, on that team, we had a lot of great players, and we had a scrap for every tackle on the field. Yeah. You know, we was out there competing amongst each other, trying to be the best on that team. And it's hard to do that when you have a lot of competitors on your team.
Javonte Ham with the run. Check that, Levon Castillo, the senior from Lon Morris College. Fans still around here at BBVA Campus Stadium. This one may go to the wire. Shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion. Patrick Gant to the near side with the catch, as he is stopped around the 15-yard line. About a 6-yard gain there for the Panthers.
Once again, the Prairie View Panthers are knocking on the door. Let's see how the defense will respond to this adversity, trying, to come back from this deficit to win this game.
An injury timeout for Team PVAMU as we take an injury timeout here on the network. 27-13, Tigers trail by 14 points. You're watching Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network.
The way you drive can help keep the air clean and save you money at the pump. Underinflated tires can cost you $85 a year. An untuned vehicle can cost you $120 a year. Speeding and jerky driving can cost you $70 a month. Visit drivecleanacrosstexas.org for easy tips on saving gas and keeping the air in Texas happy. Drive Clean Across Texas.
Are we too late for the clearance event?
No, there's still lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Are we too late for the clearance event?
No, there's still lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Are we too late for the...
No, there's lots to choose from, but they're going fast.
Spritz?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Visit your local Toyota dealer today and get 0 for $60 plus $2,500 on a 2013 Tundra Crewmax Texas Edition for a total savings over $6,800. These are your final days to save. Don't miss out. Toyota, let's go places.
You'll probably never bat in the 9th inning of Game 7. Or have to make a shot with 20,000 fans screaming at you. Or choreograph an original touchdown dance. But you do have a sport, and every weekend is your chance to take the field. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Welcome back to Fighting Tiger football here on the TSU Sports Network. Tigers trail 27-13. Prairie View A&M on top here in the 29th annual Labor Day Classic. It's a fumble, and Jerry Lovelock falls on top as the Tigers force the Prairie View A&M Panthers to decide on 4th down, and they're going to send out their place kicker, Chris Barrick, the 6'4", 180-pound redshirt junior.
This is a big kick for Prairie View right here. If they make the kick, they'll jump up 17 points. If not, it'll still be a two-scoring ball game.
Well, Chris Barrick from the 37. Well, it'll be a 37-yard field goal here as the Panthers sit on the 20-yard line. Tigers are going to try to block it. Here it comes. It's up, and it is good.
Big kick by the Panthers. Now Texas Southern is down by 3 scoring drives.
As we see the next home game here, as we were just talking about, former defensive coordinator Kevin Ramsey is now with the Alabama State Hornets. They'll be in town October 5th, and the kickoff is right here at BBVA at 6 p.m. Yes, we'll be on at 6 o'clock p.m. here on the TSU Sports Network. Tigers and Alabama State. Head coach Reggie Barlow, the Alabama State Hornets, former NFL player. Couple of former NFL players coaching SWAC schools. You got Monty Coleman up there at Arkansas Pine Bluff.
A lot of guys give back to the schools and programs. Yeah. Everybody do it different ways, and I know a lot of ex-football players love to come back and coach.
And how can we forget Doug Williams and the G-Man himself up in Grambling, Louisiana. The first African-American quarterback to win a Super Bowl in the NFL.
With the Washington Redskins, which now has another African-American quarterback, which
RG3.
Hopefully they could bring another Super Bowl title. And speaking of RG3, I got an opportunity to play against him in high school. He's from the Central Texas area.
All right. How'd you guys fare against him, man?
We fared. Not too well. He played,
I forgot he was from that area.
Yeah,
that's right.
Copper's Cove High School, about 10 minutes away from where I used to stay at.
And they're all 5A. Copper's Cove is 5A as well?
A lot of schools, I want to say it was 4A. They kept going down 4A, 5A.
Game. It was a non-district game.
No, they was in our district. They fluctuated on 4A, 5A,
so
just like we were.
All right. Copper's Cove, RG3. Homer Causey back into the game. And not a good pass there. Threw it in the vicinity of 3 Panthers. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the TSU Tigers.
Seems like they're starting to take a little bit more chances. They're getting, I would say they might be getting a little desperate with only 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, Nick.
As we see the Prairie View A&M coaching staff to our left, calling the plays. They're smiling over there. As we see Davion Porter run up the gut for about a gain of 9. 3rd and short coming up here for Team TSU. Another fumble as Homer Causey gets the first down. Great job there by the Tiger to keep it going.
Great job to William Waits to the first down.
A helmet comes off. And as we remember last year, there's a penalty on that. He has to sit out for a play when your helmet comes off. That rule was started last year.
Yes. It's to protect the players. When their helmets come off, they don't want to get no injuries. We don't want to see injuries as well.
Homer Causey hits Porter out the backfield. Fluctuates up the top sideline. And I don't remember you having any injuries at Texas Southern.
I was very fortunate to not have any injuries. I did have a couple concussions early in my career. It's one of those things that it happens in football sometimes. It's a dangerous sport. But we know what the risks are going in, and that could happen. But luckily I'm okay and haven't had any other type of brain damage caused from it.
A 6-yard gain there by Homer Causey to the Panther side of the football field. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the 29th annual Labor Day Classic. Tigers trail by 17. Do they have one more shot in them? They've got to score at least 3 times. Causey wants to take it himself. Drops back to pass. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. TSU fumbles the football. Coach Asbury not happy on the sideline. And Homer Causey's down. And he's up now.
I think it's more of his pride being hurt on that play, Nate. Just, making mistakes, fumbling the ball when you could have done something else. Sometimes, like I said, you just have to take that L and get down or throw the ball away just to live and fight another day. And I think he's probably regretting looking back, I probably should have got down because I tried to do a little too much.
Prairie View A&M has won 5 of the last 6 Labor Day Classics. There was a time in Prairie View A&M football, DeJuan, where they had not won a game in over 5 years. Prairie View has rebuilt their athletics program.
That was a hard time. They really did. They had a very long losing streak, as I recall. But coaching staff, they did a great job hiring great coaches to come to turn the program around.
Well, our former AD, Charles McClellan, was a part of that.
He was part of that turn that process around.
Prairie View A&M University.
And he came over to Texas Southern a couple years later to help turn our program around as we had our struggles in our history as well.
Texas is a hotbed for talent. A lot of schools to pick from. You got the SWAC, Big 12, Texas A&M now the SEC, the Southland Conference,
Sun
Belt with North Texas, TCU moving up to the Big 12.
There's a lot of competition in Texas, especially when it comes to recruiting. Texas is known to be the football state, Nick. That's where a lot of people agrees that the best players come out of. There are some people that's biased and disagree with me. They want to talk about Florida, California, Louisiana,
or Michigan,
or
Illinois.
But talent is starting to, growing up, these kids, a lot of them have aspirations of being in the NFL, and starting at a young age, all over, they're wanting to grow up and become an NFL star. So it's a lot more athletes growing up nowadays, so it's more of a bigger pool to choose from is what I'm getting at. So there's a lot more top caliber athletes in their schools to go around. So you'll start seeing everything level out. That's why you'll see these upset come from time to time where these small schools beat bigger schools.
Yeah, and we just had one.
South Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State, was it? That beat Kansas State.
That's right, in the big money game.
Yes. Like I said, the talent is starting to spread around because there's more top-tier athletes to choose from. As you see on the field, we of course don't know for sure yet, but there might be a couple of NFL players down there.
Oh yeah,
one day. As we have a lot of SWAC players in the NFL now. As we recall, Texas Southern has Joe Anderson with the Chicago Bears. 2 years out there. Also another former Tiger, Marquise Jackson with the Vikings.
Courtney Brown on the run. And I'd be remiss to talk about you, DeJuan. You had a shot. You got a chance to play some preseason football with the Detroit Lions up there in Michigan.
Yeah, I got my opportunity to play out of college. I was blessed to have the opportunity because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to get there. I had a time in my life. It just didn't work out the way I wanted to for me not still being there. But hey, I'm glad I got that shot that a lot of people who didn't get it.
Playing with some NFL caliber players, you got a chance to play. Well, of course, you on defense, on offense. Not Joey Harrington, but Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford, along with Calvin Johnson.
That's right, Megatron. Courtney Brown grabs a first down for the Prairie View A&M Panthers. Well, the NFL route didn't go your way, but the Arena Bowl route went your way, DeJuan, and you've got the big ring on your index finger to prove it.
I had some success in my career, leaving college, I had success there, going to NFL, and also playing some arena ball with the Sioux Falls Storm. I had a great career in football. Decided to go a different route after that. That's why I banked on my education as my backup plan. Went and got my degrees, and now I'm a working man in the corporate world alongside with you, Nick.
Yeah, this is about as corporate as it gets. Working up here, doing some television broadcasts for our alma maters, Texas Southern. Again, the school that propelled me to do what I do, the school that propelled you to do what you do. I wouldn't trade Magic. I wouldn't trade my route forward. Texas Southern was actually my third school. I made my way down here to Houston, Texas from California. Got a chance to hang out in H-Town. Got a chance to meet a lot of people and have a lot of fun here. And now I'm able to give back And even give back to students as well. Internships and, confidence and, the conversations and just, conversations and experience, advice. A lot of fun here.
A lot of fun. Coming to Houston, I made it my home. I fell in love with the city. It's so many different opportunities here in the city of Houston.
I really did.
It's a very big city. Sometimes it has a small market feel because it don't get as much love as the New Yorks and the Los Angeles. But I wouldn't trade this for anything else.
Courtney Brown on the rush, trying to get through the hole. About a 7-yard gain there, 6-yard gain there for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers still not letting up. They're running the ball, pounding it, trying to burn that clock out, Nick. But as well, getting success, running down the middle of Texas Southern's defense.
I'm sure you'll be thinking about your player of the game for the Tigers and the Panthers. We'll keep that under wraps. Looks as though a timeout is on the way. 30-13 your score. Tigers trail the Panthers.
I'm Percy Crusoe. If you haven't been to French's Chicken, or if it's been a while since your last visit, no place does chicken like Frenchie's. Our chicken is seasonized with our blend of Creole herbs and spices. Our side dishes include the tastiest greens and red beans and rice you'll ever put in your mouth. Try our new King Roll rotisserie chicken at our Scott Street location. Come on by French's Chicken, where the taste lasts forever.
I guess I always thought Chris would go to college. But then he told me about this UA apprenticeship. The best training in education, learning a skill for a job that'll stay right here. The chance to earn a degree, a secure career with a future. I was impressed. But when he told me it wouldn't cost us a dime, that they'd pay him great money right from the start, I was sold.
Opportunity. It's waiting for you at UA.org.
Welcome back to Fighting Tiger Football here on the TSU Sports Network. Prairie View A&M ready to put more points on the board. Heisman Northern going up against his old teammate, Darrell Asheville. And right up the gut. And 6 more points for the purple and gold. Touchdown Panthers. And Courtney Brown is having a field day today. Another Tiger down. As Trey Walker gets up and runs off the field.
Well, the game, Nick, is not as competitive as it's been the past couple years. It was very close at the beginning of the half as Prairie View started to add on to the score here.
Two-point conversion? No, they're going to go for the extra point. DeJuan, I mean, you guys used to run that variation as well. What is that? What is that called?
The swinging gate?
The swinging gate. I mean, what is it?
Like
what does it do?
All it is just seeing if you could take advantage of the defense coming out not knowing how to line up to it.
Okay.
So it's just a little cheap way to like, hey, do it real quick. We'll see how they react to it, and maybe we can squeeze 2 points out of this. If not, we'll just shift them back in and get 1 point.
Sounds good. Courtney Brown into the end zone again. The junior from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Next game coming up here on the TSU Sports Network, October 5th versus Alabama State. Kickoff at 6 p.m. We should be up and running by then. Hopefully the offense has gotten it together, DeJuan.
Hopefully. What I really want to see out of Texas Southern's offense right now, in their defense, I didn't see it from them, is if they still got heart, they still got desire to play this game right now. I see a lot of Tigers with their heads down. I want to see them fight until the fourth quarter reads 0-0-0. It'll tell a lot. You could tell a lot about a person's character, a player's character, by the way they finish these games.
24-point lead here for the Prairie View A&M Panthers as Edward Perkins-Levin tries to grab a couple extra yards. PV's largest victory came in 2007 and 2008. 34-14 were the scores.
Unfortunately,
and they won by 20 points.
Unfortunately, I was part of both of those losses.
The bad thing about being a broadcaster up here at one for your university, you will remember some, well, of course the good things is you remember some good, but you will remember some bad as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Homer Causey back into the game as he puts it back in the hands of Davion Porter, grabs a couple extra yards. 3.5 left to go here in the contest. As Porter runs off the field, hustles off. Causey all by himself. Waits, dances, goes downfield, nobody home. Pass was intended for number 25. Looks as though Trent Richmond was out there in space.
Looked like he had some opportunities on that pass play, Nick. I guess he must have missed a couple they had. You know, it's tough being back there, being a quarterback, have to read your receivers, you know, going down your progression, but also have a fierce D-line or in linebacker spots to chase you down.
Causey scrambles. He'll have to take it himself. First down and a whole lot more inside of Panther territory across the 50-yard line. And he'll make it to around the 46-yard line. About a 16-yard gain there for Homer Causey.
What I love to see from Causey right now is he still has heart and desire to play this game. He's still fighting for every first down, and you like to see that from your quarterback. You know, it shows great leadership skills.
Causey dancing some more, dancing with the Panthers. He'll have to take it himself again. And Causey reels it in. Another first down for Homer Causey and the Tigers. About a 14-yard gain there for Team TSU.
But he must have ran about 30 yards backwards and sideways. You know, you get tired.
You know what that reminds me of? Tecmo Bowl.
That's old school for a lot of you young cats out there tuning in our broadcast.
You dance 50 yards back just to throw it 40 yards up. Homer Causey steps back to pass. Hit hard as he throws. Interception, Team PV. Adrian Grant, the redshirt senior from Mount Morris, Michigan. Carmen Ainsworth High School.
I guess there's some players out of Michigan too. I see.
Prairie View recruits Michigan well, as we see.
Well, shout out from around the world to all the great football players coming out of these smaller states or basketball states
and around our community. 37-13. Panthers have the ball with $1:48 left to go in this contest.
You see Prairie View still fighting, getting around the first down marker. Trying to run the clock out here at BBVA Stadium.
They must have gotten on second and now they've got the first down. Coach Heisman Northern takes the crown back up 290. Maybe I'll run down there and try to get it back, huh?
Not until next year, Nick. Until the Tigers come back and try to, put the helmet on the shoulder pads to get that championship back.
This has got to be an emotional game for both teams. You get the victory to one. Coach Heisman Northern happy about his team, happy about the start of his season. Not only is this a rivalry game, but and a classic, but it also has a SWAC matchup feel. It is a SWAC matchup as well.
Yes, it's it's a conference game, so it has implications on the SWAC championship this year. Prairie View is eligible for to go to the SWAC championship game. Texas Southern is not, but Texas Southern could ruin the chances for other teams to go to the championship this year. It's very emotional out there, especially for the seniors out there, Nick. This is the last time on the field against Prairie View, and this is how they will remember their last game at the Labor Day Classic.
Looks like that'll do it here from BBVA Campus Stadium. The Prairie View A&M Panthers take the 2013 edition of the Labor Day Classic. 37-13. DeJuan, your final thoughts here.
Well, like I said, I want to see how these guys, I want to see them fight, to the end, to the finish. It'll show you their character and going on to the next couple games. But Texas Southern has a promise, and Prairie View, you can notice how Prairie View, they had a lot of fighting in them, and they will do well in the conference this year, Nick.
37-13, your final here from BBVA Campus Stadium. 2013 edition of the Labor Day Classic trophy travels up 290 into Prairie View, Texas. For all the production crew here at BBVA Campus Stadium, for my play-by-play, for my color announcer, DeJuan Fulgham, my spotter and my statistician, Miss Alex Lomax and Papa Strong. Thank you and good night. I'm Nick Strong. Glad to have you along. We'll see you next time, October 5th, here from BBVA Campus Stadium. Good night from the TSU Sports Network.
Dew Tour is definitely one of the major events of the year. It's one of the big stage contests, There's only a couple a year, and this is one of the biggest ones. And being kind of in my hometown, it's a lot of pressure.
The Dew Tour has been a big part of my career. It's definitely cool to be back here. It kind of fires me back up, and it really drives me to try even harder.
Everyone's just ripping in the contest, so the adrenaline level is so high. I just give it all I got, trying to attack everything I see in front of me.
It's a punch-packing event on the beach. It's evolved into this nerve-wracking battle. There are guys half my age that are knocking at the door. When you back an old dog into a corner, he'll bite you.
And counting as the Dew Tour rolls on with the Beach Championships from beautiful Ocean City, Maryland. Alongside Paul Zitzer, I'm Todd Harris. Glad to have you with us tonight. It's all about skateboard legends in the bowl. Some of the best in the business. Back in the day, we bring them back out in this beautiful bowl, which was created right here on the beach in Ocean City. And they say, Paul, like riding a bike. Once you learn how to do it, you never forget. And we have some names that you will certainly remember But we want to take you down memory lane and give you a look of maybe back in the day when you were collecting Skateboard magazine. You had these guys up on your wall. How about this guy? Eddie Elguera, rocking a little bit different hairstyle than he was.
Similar to your hairstyle now, Todd. Yeah, inventor of the frontside invert, inventor of the Elguerial, inventor of a lot of skateboarding itself, Eddie Elguera.
Good to have him out at 50 years of age. And then, of course, Dwayne Peters coming out here, 52 out of Long Beach, California. Back when it started all.
And he is the godfather of punk rock skateboarding. They used to call him the master of disaster. Look at him. He's
still going.
Still going.
Steve Caballero. Need we say any more?
No, inventor of... Oh, look at how cute he is. Inventor of the Caballerial and one of the greatest skate shoes of all time. The Half Cab by Vans.
No question about it. Cab still going strong. Christian Hosoi, one of my favorite skaters to watch out of Huntington Beach, California. He's a spring chicken still, 45.
You can't think of a greater legend than Christian Hosoi. Best style ever. Invented flair.
And maybe the most stylish skater of them all. Almost a ringer in this group. At 45 years of age, still getting it done at the pro level. None other than our friend and colleague, Chris Miller, who's now standing by with our Carolyn Mano.
Chris, if you could go back in time and talk to yourself when you were at the peak of your career, what would you say?
I'd say relax. Don't stress so much. I always get nervous. Even still, I still get nervous. I need to tell myself that now. What do you mean?
You seem a little nervous right now. How nervous are you?
Well, it's just like the energy of being in an event, no matter what. I mean, like, I do commentating. I come to all these events, all that. But when you're in the arena and you're competing, there's all this music, there's all these people, there's all this energy. And, I mean, it's nerves, but it's almost more of like an energy. So if you can tap into it, it's great. That's what allows you to go bigger.
It's been so fun to see the way you guys all interact with each other. There's such a friendly atmosphere over here in the Legends Bowl competition. What can we expect from you tonight against these guys?
Well, I mean, you know what? I'm going to go out and try to just do my personal best. I love to do blast big airs over the hips. That's what I love about this bowl is the high speed flow and the lines. But, I mean, you can look for everybody out here just having a good time and enjoying and cheering each other on. We've all known each other 20, sometimes 30 years, you know, and we all kind of have looked up to and admired each other. So there's a lot of camaraderie out there.
Chris, good luck. Thank you.
Thanks.
9 legendary skaters set to take to this beautiful bowl here on the shores of Ocean City, Maryland. Rules are simple. 4 runs, 35 seconds each. Take the best score. That's the man that walks away with a big fat check. We'll kick things off with 46-year-old Lester Kasai. 46 years young out of Anaheim, California, and he's still getting it done.
Yeah. Lester, originally known for blasting the highest airs ever recorded in skateboarding. Until guys like Sandro Diaz came along and went a little higher. But Lester's kind of notorious back in the day for doing about 5 or 6 walls in a contest run where he would just go crazy and do the highest airs ever and then kind of explode and bail. He wasn't really known for winning as he was just for putting on a great show.
Not a technical master, but the folks loved him for his amplitude.
Definitely.
So the 35-second first run of Lester Kasai goes into the books. All smiles there as he walks away from it. Remember, we have 9 skaters getting ready to get it done. A lot of these names you will remember. Faces may have changed just a little bit, but Tony Magnuson, T-Mags, 50 years of age. Is that possible that he is 50?
It's crazy. And he was one of the original pros out of Europe. He came from Sweden, and he too was known for super high airs. Really consistent, though. A very fierce competitor. He wasn't a guy that didn't care. He cared a lot. He cared maybe more than anyone. But that's good. I mean, that's why he's as good as he is, and that's why he can still shred at 50.
Now we're down in San Diego, California, hotbed for skateboarding. And, you know, I think the difference is the guys that were doing this back in their teenage years and maybe even their early 20s that are still doing it. A lot of us skated back in the day, but being able to carry it to this level for this long, it's impressive.
It definitely is impressive, but it's kind of ironic, whereas it seems like vert and bowls used to be sort of the dangerous route to go in skating. Street was kind of rinky-dink, but you know, as things turn out, street's the one that takes kids out now. If you're good on transition, you could skate transition your whole life, and these guys are the proof.
Steve Alba, fittingly enough, comes from us by way of Badlands, California.
Yeah, and Steve Alba won the first ever bowl contest of all time. First one, 1978, Spring Valley, California. And he was skating against Eddie Elguera.
And he was what, 18?
We'd have to do the math.
32 years later, here he is competing in Ocean City, Maryland, the beach championships of the Dew Tour.
Yeah, and you'll see in this Masters event today, there's kind of two generations of skateboarders represented. They're all legends, but Salva is from generation number one. I mean, he is one of the first bowl skaters of all time. You've seen the Legends of Dogtown, Z-Boys movie. Salva wasn't a star in that movie, but he was skating bowls at that exact same time, doing those exact same things in a different area of California.
Little Bones Brigade, Mike McGill dropping in, 48 years of age, from Encinitas, California.
And McGill's claim to fame, and it's all he needs in life, is he is the inventor of the McTwist. I mean, look, we saw vert contest earlier this weekend, and everyone does McTwists in the run. It's a staple, and he invented it in 1984.
And it's a crossover trick. It's in the snowboarding now.
Yeah, you can see it in a wakeboarding contest.
Mike McGill on his first run of 4, 35 seconds long, will only keep your best score. And I got to say, for these guys that are all pushing 50 or over 50, we haven't seen a fall yet.
I know, right? And I guess that's experience talking right there, right? Nice backside ollie. I should talk a little bit about what they're doing right this second, not just about what they did 30 years ago. They're all killing it out here. McGill, total legend.
Well, we just keep saying he's a legend. This guy is a legend. Eddie Elguera, 50 years of age, from Palm Desert, California. Again, another trick that basically comes off his name.
Yeah, all of these guys invented what has become modern day skateboarding. So yeah, you can't take it away from them. That's never going to go away. The only people invited to this contest are people that made huge contributions to